Hey, resellers. So excited to see you guys tonight. I see a lot of people already in the chat, so I'm thrilled to death. I don't even see my counter up though, so I'm gonna have to find a counter somewhere. But I'm so happy to see you guys here. I am here with the one and only BaldyPal tonight.
What's up, everybody?
I'm always telling you guys to be yourselves on YouTube and it will just grow you organically. And this guy is like the epitome of that. Just be yourself. Like there's only one. There's several Adams, but there's only one BaldyPal.
That's true. Thank you so much, Rachel. I appreciate that.
So go ahead and take a minute while everyone's joining in the chat. And before we say hi to some folks, just take a minute and kind of tell people that maybe haven't experienced your channel and what you're all about. Just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Absolutely. I have been doing reselling for about 8 years now, and I've been on YouTube for a little over right at the 2-year mark. But I do it part-time. I have a regular 8 to 5 job where I work in IT with the computers and stuff like that. And my buddy Gary, who we worked together just in different departments for like 15 years, he's the one who got me started 8 years ago. So he and I would go lunch break picking and to Goodwill and stuff like that all the time. And that's when we decided we needed to do a YouTube channel. So we're going on 2 years now that YouTube has been something that I've been trying to do. And I had been doing video for several years for different things. So I just kind of converted over to reselling, and I love it. And like you said, being yourself is the best way to share your whole story and get people in and watching you organically, in my opinion as well. So
yeah, because there's always like, not only will people put you in certain niches that you're good in, like there's like I see Jessie Shops over here. Everyone knows who she is because of her like infectious positivity and her love of vintage. Like I see different people and like you associate them not necessarily just with their niche and what they sell, but you associate them with their personality and the little bit of their lives that we get to see. So I always love that. So let me just go through the chat. I see Adam got here before any of you guys did. I sent him the link this afternoon to start sharing that. Angie is here. So happy to see you here tonight. If you guys didn't see, Angie bought my cicada shells on
I did see that.
The video she sent me, I laughed so hard. Carissa is here. So happy to see Carissa.
Hey, Carissa.
She was driving last week during it. She listened to it. She didn't get to participate in the chat. The Hoogs are here. You can't say their name without saying it like that, right?
That's right. Every time. What's up, Hoogs?
Let's see here. Jessie is here, of course. And I was just looking through Jessie's shop this afternoon. And like, I'm a little embarrassed to say I hadn't looked through it before. I had no idea how cool her eBay store is. Like, I mean, she does a lot of one-of-the-kind stuff, things that she makes. And she's an artist, like the coolest stuff. Christy is here. So happy to see you. And thanks again for sharing over on Instagram about that's so super sweet when people will share and show their audience and their crowd, what's going on. This is my dad. I haven't talked to my parents all day today.
Hey, Dad.
Yeah, like I texted my dad one time today about me hitting 14K and he was like, oh, great job. And so I'm sorry I haven't talked to you guys, Mom and Dad, but hi, and I love you. Abel from Abel's Treasures is here, checking out his shorts this week, and he's got a lot of positivity too. Have you checked out his channel yet, Adam?
I don't. That's a new name for me.
Yeah, you gotta check out his channel because he does a lot with shorts, and so even if you don't have much time to watch something, he's got something positive to say on there. He says, "I will be looking forward to the live. I will be listening, but I need to get some listings done." The show is great for that. We're not going to do anything that you have to really look at us for. What's up, John? Bama picking and grinning.
Bama picking. He's right around the corner from me.
Tim is in the chat. Really super happy to see you here. Zach, what's up? Zach just did his giveaway and gave away the ring light to someone who just started their eBay, like I think he said 2 weeks or 2 months ago. So like a brand new baby seller needed a ring light.
yeah. That's a great start for somebody like that.
Isn't that awesome? Jennifer Hayes, thanks so much for being here. We've got Gibby's girls here. Finally make it to a live. Yeah, I hadn't seen you in one yet. Let's see if there's anybody that I'm not saying hi to yet. I don't want to leave. Oh, there's my mama. I know they have me up on their big screen, so I'd be happy about that. Nikki and Gary, love from Idaho. Wow. Did the Hoogs bring you guys over? Avery's all in is here. Really, really happy to see you. Angelo, thanks for
Hey, Angelo.
being here. There's my dad says he loves me too. Isn't that sweet? I just wanted to show you guys all that. Julie, Mrs. Frugal Cash to Trash, having some good conversations over on Instagram with them lately. Javelina Flips.
Annie, what's up, girl?
And all right, so we were talking just a second ago backstage before we got started, and he was showing me part of his Halloween costume. Do you want to show them the part of the Halloween costume you were telling me about? You guys know Halloween is next week, so I'm actually going to be pushing the live show back an hour next week because we're doing some Halloween celebrations on Friday. But look at this cool helmet. Like that is really cool. And is it like a silicone type of material so it's comfortable?
It is. They call it flexible PVC.
Okay.
It's not latex, but I guess it's kind of like latex in that regards. But I still have to shape it. But you can just heat it up with a hair dryer and put it on one of these. You know these styrofoam. I'm not gonna use styrofoam, but
like
you put a hat on for our eBay stores. Well, you can put that on the helmet on that, and then heat it up with a hair dryer to shape it right to your head. So
can you put it on your head and like low heat, like shape it to your head?
It's a bad idea, I think, because you got to have a little bit more heat than low heat, and it'll warm up nice.
Wow. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't want like that would be a bad time for it to get stuck when it's like burning.
Yeah, but the from the inside it almost looks clear, but from the outside that eyepiece is pretty dark. So
you can see through that from the inside. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's so cool. Well, while he was showing me that, I was talking about how, and Shay says she's got a couple of those also. Good to see you here, Shay. Scott is here. He's traveling and tuning in, so we're happy to see you. While he was talking about that, I mentioned how I make my family's Halloween costumes, and I haven't shown Adam this yet. We were talking. I said my son would love that. One year I made him a Venom helmet. So this is a little bit dusty because it's been on my son's shelf. But let me just show you the helmet that I made him.
Oh, is that like paper mache?
Yes, it's all paper mache, and then
that is cool.
The teeth are made out of like salt dough, and so they're all like individually. But you can see like the little eye holes.
Yeah, I see them.
And on the back, it just had like this Velcro where you can see kind of the construction of it in there.
That's really good, Rachel.
It was well, if I can get it in the screen, it was really fun to make. And he had like kind of a black morph suit, and I went through with like a hot glue gun and made like the veins and everything on the morph suit.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, this year we're all superheroes, and I'm working on Captain America for him, and my youngest is going to be Spider-Man, and my husband said he wanted to be Fat Thor. Because it's the only superhero.
Your husband can't pull off that.
No, he's not big, but he has a beard, and he said it's the only superhero he could think of outside of like Aquaman, and Aquaman's beard's kind of small. Yeah. But Thor, at the end of the movie, it's all braided up, so he wants to be like that version of Thor. So
I was Fat Thor about 2 months ago. I've been working on that recently.
Angelo said that my mask looks like his ex-mother-in-law. Jesse, yes, I did make that. We were talking about art and everything, and I'm telling you, I think Jesse is just a kindred soul because she's, like I say, an artist also. And like, if I could just create every day, I think that's what I like about YouTube is that you're creating something.
Yeah.
Because in reselling, you don't always get an opportunity to be very creative, outside of your descriptions maybe, but I'm glad that you guys appreciate that. And Carissa has some really cool previous costumes too. She's shown me some of hers.
Yeah, I've seen your Instagram posts of the Halloween costumes you've been posting of past years, and I'm impressed. Very good. Very good.
We got to be the Mario people last year, and that was a lot of fun.
I'll tell you, I don't have a picture to show you pulled up, but my wife and I, we did Mario too, except that we had a bit of a twist where I made out of cardboard the carts. So we were Princess Peach and Mario in the carts, but we were hanging the carts over our shoulders with suspenders.
That is
so
cool.
They just like rested around our waist at the parties and stuff like that. So
that's awesome. Carissa likes your cup. And what's up, Nikki? So happy to see you here in the chat. Marvin the Martian there. Is that a Tervis?
It's a Tervis, yeah.
Nice. Okay. So you guys know we're going to be talking good, bad, and ugly tonight. And we're going to talk about the good first. Obviously, we just love to jump in on a super positive note and talk about some really great things. And I was just telling Adam that I almost had a hard time deciding exactly what I wanted to be my good this week, because like there was so much good this week on eBay. I just have had a really good week, and it's not necessarily like sales have been skyrocketed or anything. There just wasn't a whole lot of bad stuff that happened, and you'll hear later in the show the bad stuff that did happen was kind of my fault. So like, who are you even going to get mad at when it's your fault, right?
Right.
Like people
Nobody.
ask, yeah, no. I mean, I guess I could get mad at myself, but that's counterproductive in the workplace.
Yep. Defeats the purpose. Just make
Yeah.
sure it doesn't happen again, right?
Right. So, as the guest, I will definitely let you go first. And why don't you tell us about something really good that happened over on eBay this week?
Okay. I made a $100 plus sale within an hour, and
Nice.
that I mean, I knew they were going to sell. I truly did
I
know.
think I know what it was.
Yeah, I'll go and say it was the wrestling figures. I
Mhm.
had 37 wrestling figures that I picked up in a grocery bag for $8 from a thrift store when I went to South Carolina, and I put them all out on the table. And I didn't clean them. I didn't look any of them up. I just honestly I didn't feel like going into the detail of trying to separate it into individual sales. And it's, in my opinion, it's still paid off. Even if this person bought it from me with that intent, and
Sure.
they're going to make more
They
money
might
from
have,
it.
because my son sells those.
I
Yeah.
paid $8.
Yeah. You made a
And
good
I
profit.
flipped it for 125 within an hour plus shipping. So I was very, very happy with that sale.
That's pretty awesome. Now, on that sale, was that a sale that you had an original offer and then maybe they didn't come through on it?
That sale has it started bad. It turned out to be good.
Yeah, it turned out to be really good.
Somebody else made me an offer for 90. I countered for 100, and then they never paid.
Mhm.
So I gave them 4 days to pay, and they never paid. So I just went ahead and listed it on Mercari, and it sold within the hour.
And
So
those 4 days were enough time to get someone else's eyes on your item on another platform, so that's
yep.
good. Yeah, I'm super excited about that. Like I say, my son sells those, and a lot of times they'll sell them for $20 a piece.
Yeah, I
Just
could have.
yeah.
I truly could have. I'm not one to necessarily take the time to split it up like
Mhm.
that. I did do that one time a long time ago with these little figures. They're only about 2 inches tall that are vintage toys from the 80s. But they actually made me, but those were worth taking the time. They made me over $400.
Wow. And
So
I mean, like, who doesn't want to take an $8 investment and immediately make $125
right.
versus, taking your time? It may have taken several weeks to sell one at a time. I mean,
Listing them, splitting them up,
yeah,
keeping them
packing everything
separated, shipping
individual.
every one of them for
Mhm.
free, that
Yeah.
type of thing. So yeah.
I think that's awesome. What a great sale. And I'm sure that John Bama Pickin' and Grinnin didn't see that, or he would have bought it for you for even more from you. See some more folks over here. Danielle is here, and I know I saw somebody else Drew's here. That must mean he's home. I was just telling the kids not to kill each other while I'm on live. So,
All right, Drew.
Drew, we were just talking about you, hun. Oh, hey, here is Nick Rowe. Now, this guy, you guys always hear me say, I'm the only reseller in my town. I don't have any other resellers. And I was at a yard sale today, and it was Nick's yard sale. And I was looking through the Pokemon cards, and I was like, now tell me, did you just cherry pick everything out of here that was good and sell it on eBay already? He's like, I said, and I asked the question. Now he watches reseller YouTube videos, and I asked the question that Nick, you must have seen this before. I said, how much do you want for all of it? And he was like, I don't know. And it probably would have had to be pretty low before I would have been interested. I bought some Japanese ones off of him though for my son, because he had little bundles of like the Japanese Pokemon.
Right.
But anyway, I invited him to come over here, and he is a reseller in my town, you guys. So I can
Wow. There's
say,
two.
there's two of us. Yeah, and he does.
Now you've got more than you do traffic lights.
Yeah, like almost as many resellers as traffic lights. He can attest to how small this community really is. But I'm kind of thrilled to have another reseller.
That's good. Kind of a quick story.
Yeah.
I haven't released the video yet because I'm still editing it. But I went to a yard sale where a guy had graded Pokemon cards out on the table.
At a yard sale.
At a yard sale, graded. And so I just looked at him and I was like, well, I gotta ask, how much do you want for everything?
Yeah.
And then he said, well, he reached behind him and pulled out this black chest and picked it up and put it on the table. And it was
What
slapped
was
full.
this?
It was graded like football cards, baseball cards, basketball cards. He goes, I'll take $25,000. I was like, right. I was
You
like,
just hand him the keys to your car at that point.
yeah. I was like, that's
Do you
like
know where you're selling?
exactly. I'm like, you're at a yard sale. He's like, I go to trade shows all the time and sell them. I was like, but you're at a yard
Yeah,
sale.
dude, you're not at a trade sale. Was it Kevin Commonwealth Picker that was at a yard sale? I want to say it was him, but tell me if I'm wrong. Someone was at a yard sale, and maybe it was Danielle even, Yard Sales and Dreams. Anyway, they had this basket of Beanie Babies in like Ziploc bags, and it was like $15,000,
I did see
$10,000.
that. Yeah. And they were individually wrapped in Ziploc bags. Yeah.
And they had those were legitimately the price tags on all of them. Y'all tell me the jack, because I know somebody remembers seeing that like I did, because I was like, wait a minute. Even if you did legitimately feel like this little Beanie Baby ostrich was worth 15 grand, would you actually sell it at a yard sale and throw it in a container with a bunch of other ones in a Ziploc bag? Like,
that's crazy, man.
Doesn't sound like the best way to do it. Pittsburgh Picker says that was Kevin. Yeah, he remembers that too.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. So let me tell you about my good thing. My good thing, you guys, if you watched my last YouTube video, then I was talking about goal setting and how back when I was a little bit closer around like 10K 90 day, I'd set a goal of 15K by the end of the year, but I'm going to have to raise it because today I hit 14K on my day. So I was super, super excited about it. I was actually out delivering Meals on Wheels when it happened. And so I stopped and made a little video and showed everybody. And then by the time I got home, it was already at like 430.
Wow.
I know.
Grown that much in just a couple of hours.
Yes, I had some good sales today. I had a $210 sale of a Victoria's Secret comforter with 2 pillowcases. I picked up for $10. And then someone bought a PlayStation 2 for me for $120. So it's like, I could be at 15K by next week. I can't, like, what should I set the goal for by the end of the year, Adam?
Go for 18 at least minimum. Raise it to 18. That's another 4,000.
Who wants weird numbers like that? Should I say 20 and just bust my butt?
Go for 20. And maybe you don't have to bust your butt. I mean, fourth quarter is only 3 weeks in.
Guys,
a 12-week period.
I get excited about really ridiculously high goals. And like, I mean, I've been trying to trade in my death pile for a car. I can tell you we're there. We're on top of it. Like it's in the daydream right now.
Hey, there's plenty of people getting 10,000 in their 90-day totals, right? So just up it by another 10. Go for 25.
Oh, okay, 20 it is. Let's slow down. Rick says, wait, my TY Beanie Babies aren't worth thousands. Oh, I'm pulling those listings from eBay. There was stuff at his yard sale that I thought I could definitely resell here. And he's like, I'm just not interested in this or this. And I was like, aren't we all the same like that? Like, there's certain things you could make money off of, but you'd rather drop it off at, donation. Hope everything was about me was good. We were talking about you being fat, Thor, dear.
I'm glad you added Thor to that sentence.
We're talking about you being fat. He's like 150 pounds soaking wet. He's definitely not. Pittsburgh Picker says 20K. Okay, guys. Wait a minute. I don't
30. Woohoo! Shoot for the stars.
You're a little bit crazy. That'll happen. Maybe we'll say by Easter. Okay. I'm serious, guys. I see no stopping this machine that has been ignited here. I've got $500,000 in my garage, all in Beanie Babies. You guys could just retire early, is what I'm saying. What's up, Roman?
Hey, Roman.
Chosen remind me of Carissa. Carissa is Chosen Goods reseller. Okay, so I'm in debate right now if we should go on with the bad and the ugly, or if we should
some more goods. I got some more goods. If you want.
Oh, you got more? Okay, well, give me some more good stuff that happened.
Girl, I made a list. I was prepared.
Give me some more good stuff.
And not all of them are eBay related, because there were good things that was going on just in general in my life and my family, right? So I wouldn't feel bad just mentioning them here as well. Like I hit 850 subs the other day. And that was a huge milestone in regards that I was just at 813 a week and a half ago.
Wow. So
it's
did something
really
big happen in the meantime that like
I think that because I went to the P2P convention and had some really good footage come out from it, and some other resellers that I was able to meet up with and make some nice videos. I really believe that was a huge help to like shout out Casey, Carolina Thrifter, and Evan Flipperson, really good hosts while I was there in South Carolina. And So I'm really, really proud of that. And I will say out loud, because I haven't said it in my videos yet, but I'm doing giveaways for every 50 milestone.
Nice.
So while y'all watch for the next video that drops, because there will be a $50 giveaway announcement in that video.
You deserve so many more subscribers than even what you have right now, which is like phenomenal at 850. Because what is it, like 1% of YouTube channels ever even get to 1,000? I mean,
Right.
it's astronomically low. So people that don't YouTube don't understand how difficult it is. But like, you just put so much into your videos and you put so much into your lives. Like, yeah, I'll definitely be plugging the channel as often as I can. And if you guys aren't subscribed, I know they dropped the link earlier and it's also in the description of this video. Definitely go subscribe to Adam. Now, your lives are on Wednesdays, correct?
Yep. My lives are every other Wednesday right now, but I'm going to be kicking up the every Wednesday at the turn of the year. It's a really, really busy season for me and my family at the last quarter because of cheer, Thanksgiving, Christmas, and all that good stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So I only really want to know, committed myself to every other week. So my next one is next Wednesday at 8
And are
o'clock.
they just 8 o'clock Eastern?
8 o'clock Eastern. Yep.
Okay, gotcha. Because Flips Finds Fun is right after you on Wednesday
At
night.
9. Yep.
Yeah, so those are two great Wednesday night shows if you guys are looking for midweek shows. Drew said that he needed to invent a shower scale so he can actually know his weight.
Soaking wet.
Nick is trying to encourage him. He doesn't need encouragement with the dad jokes. Oh, let's see. 850. Yeah, that's awesome. That's really, really good.
Thank you.
All right. And so I have, go ahead and give me another good thing before we go on to a few of these bad things, because I also have a surprise tonight in the show.
Okay. My daughter's, it's not eBay related, so I got to throw this in here anyway.
That's all right.
My daughter's competition cheer team has been in 4 competitions and taken first place every time.
Man, they just dominate. They go in there
dominating. They're having an awesome, awesome season. They've got 3 competitions left and then regionals and then state, and they're looking great. So they're doing really, really good this year. So I'm very proud of her and her team for that.
That's awesome. See, like when everything is lining up and you have like eBay really good stuff and YouTube really good stuff and like life and family really good stuff. People are like, hey, how are you doing? I'm better than I deserve. I could not find a thing to complain about. If I did, I don't deserve to complain about it. Like,
exactly.
I know what you mean. Like, God is good and we are blessed all the time. Is that for real? 1% hits 1,000 subs. You don't have any idea how many YouTube channels there truly are.
Yeah.
Channels you have never heard of and will never hear of. Like, we just think about like the big channels, and yeah, I think it's like 1%, isn't it?
It's a very, very small number.
It's astronomically low,
and it's less than that make it beyond 100,000.
Yeah. So. Cape Cod reseller Dennis is here. Hi, all. Sorry I'm late. I had to get him beer. Well, hey, we're glad that you're here. We've only been talking about some good stuff.
Pop a cap. Have a seat, buddy.
All right. And Nick, you did it right. You just have to put his whole name in there and he'll see it in red, but you did it right. Proud dad moment. Love it. I missed the proud. Is he? Oh,
he's talking about me, I think.
Gotcha.
And my daughter.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I like that you're so into cheer, even though I'm sure you were not a cheerleader in school.
Oh, absolutely not. I have no idea how it's graded, or I have no idea. I mean, it's so hard to score a competition cheer team.
Sure.
All I know is they did great. They stayed up. Everything landed perfectly. I'm proud of them.
Nice.
And
awesome.
if they can do the best they do out there on that mat and they don't make first, then there's something I just completely can't wrap my head around, right, from the scoring perspective. But they have one of the hardest routines I've seen, and she's been doing it for 3 years now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so they're really pulling it off and doing a great job.
That's awesome. Well, tell them that all the resellers are proud of them also.
Absolutely.
I'm sure they'll care that we're proud of them.
Absolutely. I'm going to be holding up a sign and everything.
Yeah.
Resellers love you. Resellers love you.
So let me tell you guys. She said she's been following your cheer comps and she's just saying like she likes them. That's good. That's good.
I do post some of them on another channel.
Oh, you do? Well, share that sometime so that I can follow it along also.
Okay, yeah. I sure will.
What's the name of the other channel?
Oh, it's my name.
Oh, okay.
It's either Adam Jones or Jones Family, one of the two.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fun I like
Mhm,
being plugged into people's personal things as well, is like I say, that's what differentiates you. That's how you form connections with people.
mhm.
Yeah, tell me what it is when you get it pulled up
Adam
and
Jones and Family,
let
and
me
it's honestly it's so that I can share it with in-laws and
Yes,
distant friends, and
I have a few videos that I've posted that are private where only people that you can send the link to can see them. They're on
mhm,
my business page, like my reseller page, but they are private. And so it'll be like videos of like my kids' sports and stuff. And then I
mhm.
send it to my family or like my
That's pretty
son
much
reading
it.
a book because he's learning how to read.
And I
Yeah.
have to get permission from my kids before I post.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, especially when they're teenagers.
Mhm,
So let me tell you guys about something ugly, or well, we'll talk about bad. Something
mhm,
bad that happened to me. And I told you guys the bad stuff that happened to me this week was totally my fault. It was just dumb stuff I kept doing. So the first thing, I bought some Coach shoes, and I don't know if you follow my YouTube or my Instagram, you've seen I've been like I feel like Coach shoes are stalking me lately. I'm finding them everywhere in like brand new condition. But they have like X's on the bottom of them, where like the store donated them, and they're really small sizes. So it's apparent that they're the size fives and the size 5.5, sixes that didn't sell. They
mhm.
don't want you to return them, and that's fine. I disclosed that it has the X's. Who doesn't want to? I would buy a brand new pair of Coach shoes in my size with an X on the bottom. I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
you
the
could paint.
bottom.
Yeah, you could paint the entire bottom black if you wanted. Who's ever going to see it? Like, who cares? Coach is such great quality. Um, so I have these super shiny stilettos. They're pointy toe. They're beautiful. I paid like $5.95 for them. I have two pair that I sourced. One pair is a size 5, one pair is a size 6. The pair of size 6, now I listed them high, knowing that they were damaged just to see if someone would make me an offer, because I figure since they're damaged, someone's going to make an offer anyway. So I think I had them listed at like, we'll say $85. Someone offered me $50 the other day. I was actually on the phone with Carissa when it happened, and I was like, "Oh, girl, someone just offered me $50 for these shoes. Like, they're yours. Take them," because it was $50 plus shipping. I told
Mhm.
you I paid $5.95 for them.
Yeah.
So I go the next day to ship them, and I am like, "Where's this pair of size 6s? This says size 5. This says size 5. Did I mix like one of each in each bag? Nope, two size 5s. Oh, a size 5 and a size 6."
Oh, a
And
mismatch set.
when I bought those shoes, how many times? Tell me in the chat if you have not made that mistake. That's what I'd be more interested to know, who hasn't made the mistake of buying shoes that are two separate sizes. It happens all the time. And for some reason, I still refuse to check both shoes before I check out. I had to
Well,
cancel that sale.
I gotta admit, Rachel, I can see why you made that mistake in that situation because there were so many of the same type of shoe donated, right? But I don't know that I've ever come across because
Never.
because
I bought used shoes
because
that I come home and they're two different sizes.
because they're all donated, they don't look alike,
But
right? You know what I'm saying?
Adam, I have bought a pair of Brooks, black Brooks, and I got them home. They're the exact same model. Turn them over, two different sizes.
And they are the only ones that were in the
Yes,
store?
they're
Okay,
the
yeah, you
only
got me on that one.
shoes.
I
I
don't
bought
know.
a pair of Teeks ones, Adam. I get them home and they're two right feet.
You did tell me that one. That one's a weird one right there. Like, the
How
left-footed dancer took them both or something.
can I just slow down in the daggum stores? Because the other day I bought a pair of Brooks. I get them home.
That's so weird though, Rachel, if you just sit and think about it for just a second. I mean, it's just so weird that teaks first off, you found teaks.
Yeah,
Secondly, they both were right-footed. The only thing I can think of is that person had multiple
two
pairs of
that they
teaks,
donated.
and they donated, I don't know, one of them, and they made the mistake when they donated
Or
them or something.
they were all there on the counter because I bought multiple pair that day, and the person picked up before me picked up the two lefts and left
Yeah.
us with them, and they're
That's
ballet
just
flats.
that is just a very weird situation to be in.
I
I think
sold
that's
one of
very
them.
odd. You sold one, just one
Yeah,
teak?
yeah, for $30 plus shipping, and
Was it the
then
lady who got the left shoe?
I don't know. I'd love to sell her. We could just do a trade.
Yeah,
Each have a pair, and the other ones are listed for the other one shoe is listed for 30. So if I could make $60 off the pair, still, I mean,
that's something.
I can't sell two right shoes for that, but I can sell
Mm-mm.
them individually for that.
I will tell you, I got one time a pair of boots that looked absolutely identical.
Oh no.
One left was made by like Bates Military, and the right was made by Danner Military. Now, I think Danner makes Bates, but they don't put their name on the tag.
Uh-huh.
But they were not the same shoe. They looked identical, but
That's
on the
almost worse.
inside, they weren't the same shoe. So I get you. I've been there once.
Yes, I bought a pair of Uggs, different size shoes, and not even the same model. That's when you're really in a hurry. When you get
Yeah.
home and you're like, these aren't even the same color. I did that at Goodwill once. I
It
was like,
makes you wonder if you're just searching through your car looking for the other one because you lost it under the seat or something.
I don't know. Listed a pair of Nike Shox this evening in just over an hour, sold for $51. That's awesome.
Woo-hoo.
Wonder if they were vintage. Never had that happen, but shoe sourcing in Pittsburgh sucks. I bought a pair of boots at a garage sale that were 2 different sizes. I bought 2 right feet shoes as well. Like, it happens more often than we probably care to admit. That must be some kind of sign, Rachel. Like, Watchtower Step, I've always bought matching shoes. Oh, I mess up a lot. And when I bought those Brooks Levitate, I was like, well, these are actually my size. And I turned them over, and it was like the slice through the sole of one of them, almost completely through the shoe.
Yeah.
Did you see me post
that could
about
have happened?
that?
I think I did. I think I do remember that, but I don't know how that could have happened either. I mean, that's so weird.
Right. My husband was like, what, did they step on a butcher knife? I mean, if I could just slow down when I'm sourcing shoes, I get so excited. I'm just like throwing them in the cart. That's me. Didn't realize until I started listing. Christy says I almost bought 2 left feet, but when I put them on the counter, I could tell they were the same foot. And see, when I'm putting stuff on the counter, this particular thrift store doesn't really love resellers. So I'm just like, oh, look at all these shoes I found. Yeah, I'm buying for everybody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it up there very long. I don't want to sit and talk about it too long. Jesse says it's never happened to me. I didn't realize that happens. Yeah, don't worry, guys. If there's any weird thing that's going to happen, it'll happen to me. Paul says, what's up, losers? Well, loser, we're just talking about
Hey, loser.
up. And you buy like 2 left feet or a size 7 and a size 8. I sold some Coach shoes for $50 plus shipping this week. Get ready to ship them out. They're a size 5 and 6. And I was a little gutsy and emailed the girl, like messaged her and was like, you wouldn't by chance be able to wear a size 5 and a size 6. Let me tell you why, though.
I just got a real quick question for you. Just in case.
One of your feet isn't significantly.
Is one foot bigger than the other?
And then I was like, I do have a pair of size 5s, though. Would that work? Or do you prefer me to cancel? Do you see the option I just gave the buyer?
3. You gave them 3 options.
I did. But
hopefully
so I was
you got 2 different size feet.
Yeah. Are you a freak? No, I'm just kidding. That's not weird, you guys. I'm like, so do you want these shoes or these shoes? Or do you want to cancel? Then when she said the obvious thing we all know she said, I would like to cancel. So when I canceled it at the buyer's request, that was true.
There you go. Yeah, definitely. Let them. Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I would do too.
I don't want the ding, even though I totally screwed up. I'm sorting through 500 plus Hallmark ornaments and found a whole bunch of 1950s Japanese mercury glass pits. About cried. They are so beautiful. I can't wait to see what those are. She is not afraid of selling glass like you are, Adam. So.
Okay, she said mercury glass picks. Yeah. I don't know exactly what that is. I can only think of like Christmas ornaments or those things that go on top of the tree.
Yeah, I use those to decorate at our wedding also. Rachel literally taught me that 1 shoe is as good as 2. I'm just saying. I've had some Timberlands listed forever. My kids decided he wanted to try them out. While he wore them, they fell apart. Oh, I think they were fake. Glad I didn't sell them. I'm glad you didn't either. That was my bad thing last week was I sold a pair of vintage Justin boots, and when she got them, the soles like ripped away from them, and one like cracked in half, and they were like late 80s and dried leather, and I was like, girl, here is your money back immediately. Yeah, Carissa says the option.
If they can, if it may sound harsh, but I ask them, I say, listen, if you can show me a picture,
yes,
I will give you a refund without having to worry about you returning it.
Yep, I don't want those broken shoes back. Just send me a picture. Yeah.
Unfortunately, that has happened recently. I had a pair of cycling shoes. They were brand new with tags and everything. The person said they wore them once and they fell apart during the ride. And they showed me pictures. I was like, I am so sorry. I would have, like, I did bin tests and everything. I
And
would
you
have
know
never
what?
thought.
You know what
They're
you're
brand
thinking
new.
when they message you, you were like, you know what? I did get these at Goodwill. I bet they did fall apart.
Oh, I didn't doubt it because they had pictures. I didn't have to ask for pictures. They provided pictures up front.
Yeah, and you know, at the end of the day, even if they like sent you pictures of some other shoe, like who cares? Just send the refund and move on, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And see,
And
Picker,
that's,
I'm glad to see you here.
I am totally with that line of thought, Rachel, in that I paid $10. Yeah, they paid 50 from me, but I'm out 10. I'm not out
Yeah.
50, you know?
Thank
So,
you. Exactly. Yeah. I'm like, oh, I paid 50 cents for that. So technically I'm out whatever shipping was plus the 50 cents. Like it wasn't, yeah. A pick is like a spray of flowers. Okay. I've heard of like a pick of flowers, but I assumed that since she said mercury glass, I thought I want to see pictures of those. Have you ever had anyone refuse to give you a picture? Oh yeah. And then it's dead on arrival there. Like we're not working together then if you don't even want to send me a picture.
I guess I haven't had anybody refuse to send me a picture, but I've had just like they've stonewalled me. They didn't reply after asking for the picture. So, I guess
Yeah.
that's kind of like a refusal.
And I think sometimes when they refuse, because like I sold a coffee maker and she said, don't include a packing slip. I don't want any of your branding in there, blah, 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 blah. But I mean, it was obvious she's a drop shipper and I welcome drop shippers in my store. I don't care who you are. That
Right.
the equivalent of not liking drop shippers is like the thrift stores not liking us because we're resellers. What difference make who's buying it? If they can get more off of it, better, more power to them. Like you said about the wrestlers, right?
Yeah.
So I knew they were a drop shipper. And then they started complaining about the item when it arrived to them and they wanted a refund. And I said, okay, well, will you send me pictures? Because they said part of it was cracked. And I was like, well, that wasn't cracked when I shipped it out. I may have to do a claim with USPS. Can you send me a picture? No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, why can't you send me a picture? And it was because they drop shipped it.
Yeah, they didn't have pictures. They'd have to ask. They're the middleman at that point. They didn't want to be the middleman from that perspective, that far down the road. They just want to be the middleman from the I want to get more money middleman. That's it.
Yeah. She said she sent pictures. I'll see if I can pull these up because I'm dying to know what they are. But tell us something bad that happened in your eBay life this week, Adam.
You probably know this story too because I shared it as well on Instagram. But I had a guy. I had a KitchenAid mixer listed for $175, but I originally had it listed for $200 for like 3 months, and so I lowered the price to $175. Best offer is on. And I offered to like 3 watchers $150. And they came back and they countered at $125. And I'm like, you know what, Adam, you're making good money on this. You already spent $25 on it. You're still going to make $100 off of it. So go ahead and get rid of it. Get it out of your inventory. And so I accepted the offer. Never received payment. Never got a reply to my first request for payment. And then my second request for payment, I get a reply that was something along the lines of, I thought this was an auction. I didn't know that if I bid, I had to pay for it. And I was like, wait a minute. My first thought is, when have you ever been in an auction and you bid less than what the asking price is? Number one. Number two, when have you ever had to make a bid and not have intention of paying for it?
Right.
Even if it was an auction. And so I was like, I didn't even really respond. I just canceled the order because what can you say to that? Really? I mean,
that sounds like someone that would be so difficult to work with anyway. And I don't know if you accept returns in your store, but it's probably a return waiting to happen.
I do accept returns, and absolutely, and it's heavy. It's a 35-pound box.
That's not a first-class item. That's going to cost you $27 to mail it out. $27 because we all know Pittsburgh Picker that it's $27. $27 every time on FedEx. I said that once on his show, and I didn't even remember saying it. Or I said it. No, I was on Yinzer Picker. And I said it in Pittsburgh Picker messages on Instagram, and he tagged me in the story, and he's like, Rachel Strickland's right. It's $27. I put it in like she told me to, and this was $26.25 to ship it. And I was like, that sounds like some random off the wall advice I would
nailed it.
So you
I charge shipping though. I for stuff like that, I charge shipping.
Good.
So I mean, I wouldn't have been out the initial shipping. But if they had chosen anything to return it, something like item not as described, I'm going to definitely eat that shipping. But I would be I'll be honest with you. Even in a scenario like that, I will, and I get it back and it doesn't let's say they claim something was broken and I get it back and it's not broken, or I get it back and it's not what they got. for any reason that it's not exactly coming back the way I sent it to them, I don't give them back their shipping when I
Mhm.
refund their money. And that's one reason why I charge shipping on heavy objects.
Yeah. And I understand you can recoup up to 50% back, right? Is that right? If it comes
Yeah.
back and it's not 100% like you sent it out.
You can.
I think so. Barter Mania, that's a new name for me. I'm sorry if it's not. I feel like maybe I've seen that
Hey,
code word
Bart.
before, though.
I don't remember his name, but I did come across his channel just today, actually.
Oh, awesome. Well, I'll have to look up that channel for sure. Thank you for being here. And Carissa, are you speaking Spanish, honey? Oh, she's saying hi to somebody that must have like a Spanish. Oh, here we go. El, I
Libra?
don't,
I don't.
man,
I
you
don't.
guys are so good. Carissa could tell me because she actually can speak Spanish. That's why I asked if she was. Sorry, Kai, you're late. Maybe I've asked how to
Well,
pronounce that.
I'm glad you came, El Libra.
Yeah. Yes.
My Spanish and my French have a southern drawl on it.
Yeah,
So.
that's what I was about to say. Y'all just be like real patient with my lack of other languages. I'm just a Southern girl, okay? OMG, not to be ugly, but I thought it was an auction is so lame. Yeah, no, it is. That's so weird. Like, when have you ever been to auctions in person where someone clearly does not know the rules of an auction and you're
Yeah.
embarrassed for them? Like, they're
Yeah.
waving, they're doing stuff, and the auctioneer's like yelling at her because it's always a her. I'm sorry, as a girl, I feel like I can say that. And then, like, I was at an auction once and he's like, okay, it's choice jewelry out of this, and she bids and then she goes and tries to like take the whole tray. He's like, I said choice. She's like, I don't know what that means. And like,
I thought I was getting everything. No.
And then she's like, oh, I didn't want to pay that for one item. And everyone's just like,
Yeah.
you have to re-auction this. And it's just a whole thing. It's not Spanish. It's my last name spelled backwards. I'm Italian. Okay. I feel really good for not being able to pronounce it since it's a backwards last name then. So, but I'm wondering what is it if it's backwards or Ordle?
Ordella?
Hmm.
I can't say it. Ordille.
We're all questioning now.
Yeah.
Drew said, I think
I got to type it out.
Store. That is my store, honey. Paid $25. For the shipping.
For the FedEx shipping.
I swear it's always $27. You guys really can't. Drew is trying to spell this out.
That's a lot.
He's
That's a lot for shipping.
Yeah. Well, when it's something super heavy and it's going FedEx, but I had a box yesterday that was 12 pounds, 7 ounces that shipped FedEx for like $16.
It's closer to what I would expect it to be.
I just shipped an empty PlayStation box, and it was $17.
FedEx?
Yes.
Okay. I've got to tell you. Okay. Tommy Bernhard is the one who taught me this, so I give him credit where credit is due. Use UPS.
No, they were even more expensive.
Cheaper.
I checked UPS. I checked FedEx. I checked USPS. USPS wanted like my firstborn child.
They want four times the money.
But it was big because it was not only the box. If someone is buying an empty box, you guys, clearly they're wanting it protected. So, it was 2 inches on each side, bigger than that even. And so it was like maybe 17 by 19 by 8 or something. And $17 was FedEx and was the cheapest option. Tried pirate ship, tried everything.
Okay, I'm surprised. I'm very surprised. I don't know where it's going, but it's going to be light. It's going to be less than 5 pounds for sure.
It was 4-pound box.
Yeah. So I'm surprised. I do know from if it's less than 5 pounds, I usually just go straight up USPS, but I guess because of the dimensions is why they wanted so much. So
I guess. We know how to pronounce this now, or Dilly. I probably still butchered that.
Or Dilly.
Or Dilly. That's right? Like they're putting it out there phonetically for us. So
thank you, or Dilly.
That on eBay sometimes they come back and charge you more sometimes. Man, I am not going to ruin this story because I know that they're going to come out with a video that I hope blows up the channel, to be honest with you. But a friend of mine, a reseller friend of mine, just had this happen in a way you have never heard of in your mind. Like when the video does come out, I'm going to have to blast everywhere because it is going to blow your mind what they ended up getting charged for their label. Yeah, check your statements.
Is that be wary of that? They come back and charge you more sometimes. Is that talking about if you didn't pay enough shipping, they'll come back and charge you? Okay.
Yeah, but some people are saying
I
weighed the box 7 times, I measured it, I did everything, and it was exactly this, and then UPS comes back and gives like a different.
I've had that happen 3 times, and every time it was their fault, and I was able to get it discredited, and I got a refund for it. They said that I put something I put, and what one meant for me was because I post on Instagram, I had pictures.
Nice.
And so
I'm going to tell my friend this so that hopefully they can recoup, because they're in the middle of a dispute right now.
Okay. So I put it, I shipped it in a flat rate padded envelope. That was like $7.46, right? Mm-hmm. They said I put it in a medium flat rate box, and that I only paid for the padded envelope.
Oh.
And so they wanted to charge me whatever it was, like almost $13.
Yeah.
So that's like almost twice as much.
Yeah.
And I was like, nope, I know it's not. I know I didn't. I've got pictures of it to prove it. If you wish to have it, send me an email and I'll reply to it with the picture. And they just gave me the refund. They didn't even ask for the picture.
That's nuts.
But I was serious, because I do have my Instagram posts to prove how I shipped it.
Yeah.
Now that's not why I started doing it,
stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. So
that's nuts. I'm glad that you were able to recoup that, though.
Me too.
You could probably put a video out for us about like that process. Mrs. Flips, super good to
Brittany.
see you. So Danielle, does your husband work for UPS? Is that it? She said, put food on my table, use UPS. Maybe her husband works for them. Della is not for sale, y'all. Yeah, you can't have my firstborn. We like FedEx because they will pick up 90% of the time. They were in 50 cents of each other. Mm-hmm. I've never used UPS or FedEx to pick up. I sent 3 boxes out today, 12 by 12 by 12. So that's a cubic foot. You didn't USPS that. All 11-ish pounds. I was total of $56 on pirate ship with UPS, and USPS wanted $76 more than pirate ship. Absolutely. If that had even been a 12 by 12 by 10, you would have had a better rate. But if, for those of you in the chat that don't know, and I'm sure Noelle knows, but the fact that it was a cubic foot is what, I mean, you go from 1 inch shy of a cubic foot even to that cubic foot, and USPS needs you to remortgage your house.
Yeah.
I pronounced it right. We got it, Adam.
Good deal. Good deal.
Okay. I had a lady order a jacket and actually asked me to send her $10 after she got it because it was too big. The $10 was to help her pay her granny to take it up for her. Why did she have to pay her grandma? That's not even nice. Wanda, I'm glad to see you here.
You know what? I probably would have been a smart butt and said something like, well, give me your granny's Venmo and I'll pay her directly.
I went over 001, so 1/1000th of a pound international, and got charged $15 extra. I said it was 1 pound 15.9, and they measured it as 2.001, and international was $15. Well, I'm glad it was just $15, Christy.
Okay, I'm under an impression here that I may not be doing something right. So I am under the impression that the point is always rounded up. Is that not true?
I've seen a lot of people say it's 15.9. And so, yeah, it can go first class. I'm not trying to tempt anybody. Nope, it's going to be a couple extra dollars if I had to send it priority, because right now, I don't know if you guys have mailed anything 15 ounces first class, but it's every bit of like $7 anyway. Why not just pay the extra $1? But in her case, it was the difference in a 1 pound such and such or 2 pounds. So it's probably because she was over 2 pounds. Dang, 15 extra bucks. Like I say, I'm glad it was only $15 extra. $10 for Granny's work. Bro, Granny is hardcore. Gotta appreciate Granny's hustle.
You gotta appreciate Granny's hustle. I love it.
Granny, I mean, I wonder what it costs for like a whole Afghan or something. 2 pounds is still under 2.01.
Oh yeah, my scale is a 0.00, so that's what, hundredths of a decimal.
Yeah.
So I always round up to the nearest ounce.
I just said absolutely not, and never heard from her again or her grandma. The point is always rounded up. Always. 2.3 is 3 pounds. 10.9 is 11 pounds.
Not at USPS.
I've seen so many.
UPS does that for sure, but USPS doesn't.
Yeah, okay.
FedEx does it too.
I have seen so many people when they are doing USPS and they'll be like, okay, it's 5 pounds, 6 ounces. So that's going 6 pounds. And I'm like, no, no, no. It's 5 pounds, 6 ounces.
Yeah.
So I don't understand unless, like you say, unless I'm doing something wrong. I'm always willing to admit I need to learn everything that you guys want to teach me. That's why I like so much this chat. But
I've done a study on it and it's really boring, but I did in a sale one time, it was like over 2 pounds. So I did 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4. And I wrote down at each ounce that it made a price difference. And it
yes,
was around like the quarter pound mark every time that it made an actual price
I've heard
increase
that
difference.
too.
So I mean, if it's 3 ounces, I put it in 4 ounces because it's the same price just to make sure I'm covered, if that makes
Gotcha.
sense.
Yeah, yeah. So my bad being the coach shoes. Did you just tell me something bad?
Did I tell you something bad?
We
No,
got
but I
started
can
about
tell you something
shopping.
bad. Oh, I told you about the
Oh,
mixer.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
Toaster mixer, yeah.
KitchenAid mixer.
That was
Okay, before we get into the
still got that
ugly,
stinking mixer on top of my
I have a present for you, Adam, before we get into the ugly.
what?
Okay. Hang on a second. I hope I do this right.
Uh-oh.
I have a game for you.
You got a game. Look at you, Rachel.
I worked semi hard on this. So those of you who I can't even believe that I'm able to do this right now. Like I'm not in IT like Adam is. Hey Kevin, what's
I'm
up?
impressed.
It only makes a difference on first class, not on priority. 5.1 or 5.15 is still 6 pounds. Okay. I need a whole video, Kevin. If you got a whole video on it, tell me, comment it below. I need to make him a mod so that he can comment it. Okay, so this game, for those of you who have not for some reason attended one of Adam's lives, he works really hard and makes a game for all of his guests. And Adam was one of the first really to reach out to me and ask me to be on his show. And I was honored to be a guest over there, and he made this super cool game for me. So I've made a game, and it's probably like, I don't know how good this is. He does a really good job, so don't compare me with Adam's. But Jesse says, "Oh, how fun!"
This is gonna be fun, Jesse. I can tell you now.
Before we start the game, Kevin, I was just talking at the yard sale with Nick today, and he brought you up, and he wanted to know, like, if I was a fan of yours, and I was like, "Come hang out in the live. Maybe Kevin will be in the live tonight." So, Kevin, Nick says that you're his spirit animal.
Way to go. Good choice too, Nick.
So here is how we're going to play this game. And this is, I promise you, Adam, I'm not going to play games with any of my other guests. This was just for you. Adam does this for everyone else, but I don't know if has anyone ever made you a game?
No,
Okay.
I appreciate it. I'm
right.
psyched, man. I'm very
This
psyched.
is how it's going to work. I reached out to several of my favorites. I couldn't reach out to everybody, but several of my favorites and asked them, send me a screenshot of something you sold this week. And I told them it was for a game for you. And your job is to look at the list on the left side. Can you see the list okay? I know it's probably kind of small.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. So you have to look at the list and you're going to tell me who you think sold it. And I'm going to type it in the text box here. Now, there's no double checking your work. So if you go with it and you say next slide, you can't go back and change it. Okay.
Okay. They're all going to be
used.
No duplicates, I should say.
No
right?
duplicates. There's 11 people and there's 11 pictures. Okay. So here we are. Who do you think sold? I think these are UFOs.
This is gonna be tough, by the way.
Yeah. Some of them you'll know right away, but it's one of the best things about the community is like getting to see everyone's sales and talking with everybody. And so who do you think sold these UFOs? They're like a running recovery sandal for $31, and it looks like these were sold on Poshmark, if I'm seeing that correctly.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I just recently watched a video about the FI resellers doing a whole bunch of shoes, so let's go with FI resellers.
Okay, FI resellers. Okay, and we're going to go. This is a Dean Martin, I'm the One Who Loves You, reel-to-reel tape. And reel-to-reel is not super, super popular. Ooh. Who do you think sold a reel-to-reel tape and sold it for $20 plus $5.99 shipping? I'm surprised Dean Martin didn't go for more than that, honestly.
Ooh, a reel-to-reel tape. Dude, this is a tough one. I have not seen this one, so it's just going to be a shot in the dark.
Yeah, a few people sent me like more than one, and so I wanted to try to stump you if I could.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. Reel-to-reel Dean Martin How about Bama picking?
Bama, Chicken, Brandon. Okay, and we have a Lala Loopsy Build-A-Bear. I didn't even know they made Lala Loopsy
I didn't
Build-A-Bear.
either.
$53.99 plus $8.80 shipping. Who do you think sold that? And this is one I'm going to be on the lookout for.
I was going to say I need to write that down. Let's take your be on the lookout as a clue, and I'm going to say Bolo Buddies.
Okay, and this is a pretty interesting one. This is Cornwell is the brand. These are just like crescent wrench heads. I've never seen this. I would have walked past this. And these sold for
like
$100. Yes, $120 plus what does that say? $8.99 shipping.
I think I know this one.
Okay.
I think I know this one, and I think this is Drew. I think this is Profit Monsters. Sorry, Drew, if I'm wrong about that, but I feel like I saw it on your Instagram.
Okay, this is a Victor compressed dual gas regulator, and there's the model number. Thing sold for $799 plus $9.80 shipping. Who sold that?
Victor compressed dual gas. That's a nice background, and I recognize that background in a lot of other listings from Harry Tornado. So let's put Harry's name on that. But the one thing that's got me second guessing that is it doesn't say free shipping. But we'll just go with my first gut.
Okay, here is a Elna Supermatic sewing machine with case, knee bar, and Elna disc. And there's the model number. This sold for $275 plus free shipping, which I'm sure the shipping cost them $27 on FedEx.
Yeah, $275 free shipping. I do not know. I genuinely, I'm trying to look ahead in the ones below to see if I can help narrow it down, but it's not a Facebook sale, so I'm gonna scratch Paul out of that because he's really good on Facebook. Shot in the dark. Let's go with Commonwealth Picker. I've seen him pick stuff up like that before.
He would probably sell it for parts, though.
Yeah, that's probably true. Okay, so I was wrong on that one.
Just kidding. Okay, here's an RCA retro gaming color television, no remote, sold for $60 plus $30 shipping.
Okay, that sounds like a Hoogs to me. I mean, they sell a lot of electronic stuff like that.
Yeah, they're close enough to Utah to buy stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Here is a New York Canal Lantern Mohawk boat ship nautical, and it was blue.
That one I know. That one is Yard Sales and Dreams.
Okay, and we have a Disney Tigger stapler desk set, office, home, collectible figure, Winnie the Pooh. Good keywords.
Okay, this isn't the last one, is it? But I so want to make Paul the one who sold this one because it looks like something he would pick up and sell. So I
feel like he would actually sell this.
Put Philly Flipper on that one.
There is a possum on the other side of my sliding glass window right now.
Really?
Yeah.
They just want to say hello.
Hey, possum. Okay, what else do I have? There's two more. Oh,
Three more.
Okay, I hope you guys are doing well in the chat trying to guess who these are. You can help them out if you want. I mean, I don't know if there is any help, but women's vintage pink dress, sleeveless sheer cape-like top, layer, 60s, 70s long, sold for $45, you guys. That vintage lingerie and vintage night stuff really does well.
Noel said Kevin doesn't do much on Facebook Marketplace. I didn't even realize that sewing machine was a marketplace listing, so I guess I was paying more attention to the item itself. But I want to say Jessie on this one.
Jessie?
It looks like something Jessie would sell.
Looks like something she'd wear, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a pretty cool one.
Oh man, I know who sold that one now. Nah, okay, never mind. I know I'm wrong in a previous one because I know this one.
I didn't even realize it was in the title.
Yeah.
Or do you want
it is, and I knew it without it being in the title. I knew this was Kevin's because
Can we just talk about the
before.
fact that Kevin sold this 1928, 1929 Ford Model A wire spoke, just the rim here, the wheel, for $1,025 plus shipping.
That's crazy.
That's beautiful. That is beautiful. So, yeah, tell me who you want to plug in there now that you know the other was wrong.
Well,
you have left. Who do you have left?
A few. Chosen Goods is up there, but I don't know what I honestly don't know any of these. I'm sorry that she has sold. I know I got Kevin's wrong, so throw Chosen Goods in there and let's see what the last one is. And God, I'm doing really bad at this.
There's one that is at the bottom here. Hang on. I think.
Is there one more name at the bottom?
Yeah, there should be. There is on other ones. You see, it says
Pittsburgh. Oh, Pittsburgh Picker. Yeah.
So we're gonna put Chosen Goods on this one.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
And then so there's one more option left. So we're gonna have to plug in the only one that you have left, right?
Yeah, Pittsburgh Picker. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, this was a tough game, Rachel. Well put together, though. Well
I tried to play off of how you've done. Let's see what the chat has to say real quick before we see how you did. Kevin says, I know this one. Let's see. Dean is the best. My favorite Christmas song, Marshmallow World in the Winter. That is a good song. I see a lot of Dean Martin around here. I hope that Nick got a shout back from you, Kevin. Fangirling. I remember that from Instagram. Who was it that sold that? Was that Harry Tornado? A lot of these going, a lot of thought going into these picks. He actually did really well, you guys. Kevin doesn't do much on Facebook Marketplace. I know nothing about Facebook Marketplace. I'm not on there either. We were supposed to guess. It's okay if you didn't guess. Let's see. That was mine, but I got too big for it. Oh, was it the nightgown? Kevin talked about this recently. He likes 6 miles to the nearest something. Maybe it was 12 miles. I don't know what Drew said wow about. Maybe the possum in the backyard.
Maybe.
I saw that nightgown. I don't remember. The viewer told me to keep it, Kevin says. Oh, hey, Ann. Oh, whoops. Hey, Ann. Okay. All right. Guy donated it back for decor in the new cabin. Oh, okay. Really gives you a great perspective on humanity. Would feel too creepy poking around through women's lingerie. Yeah. When I see guys in the women's lingerie, I'm like, I hope he's a reseller.
I don't even do it, and I am a reseller.
That you left his name on that one item. Oh, I didn't even. I was just. He sent Kevin was one of them. He sent me more than one, and he was like, "You pick which one," and I just was so impressed with that sale. Okay, so here's how he did the oof.
All right.
Post. He said 5 resellers.
Okay.
How did you guess that? Oh, let's see. Let's say Adam, and we're going to say the cat for the loser. It can't be me, the cat. Okay. Dean Martin, he said Bama picking and grinning. Yeah, drum roll, please. Let me see some drums in the chat, y'all. Bama.
Oh, cool. I started off good.
I was like, what the heck? How is he getting these? And then I swear I did not try to give you a clue on this La La Loopsy when I said that is definitely a bolo.
Woohoo!
I can't even believe I said that, but it was a bolo. She has a really good video that she put out today about plush to look for. Mm-hmm. And some of the stuffed animals, I mean, the lower end ones were selling between $100 and $500. The high end ones were $1,000 plus for these stuffed animals. If you guys haven't watched that,
$1,000?
Yes, over $1,000 for some of them, like the Rushton brand with the rubber faces and stuff. Over $1,000. Hey, Derek and Jasmine, I see you guys over there in the chat. We're playing a game because it's Adam BaldyPal and he's the king of games. So these wrenches, how many of you guys would have walked right by these?
I probably would have looked at them, but if they don't have a name written on them, I wouldn't have given them much additional thought.
Kevin said that he always asks the people selling the women's clothing if they think it would look good on him. I just had to share that real quick. Okay. Did he get this one right?
Does it say Craftsman? I can't see.
It was Cornwell. Cornwell is the brand. It is
I don't know that name.
Vintage. I didn't know it either until Drew told me about it.
Yes.
I was like, you have to be kidding me. He's 4 for 4, you guys.
And like, I think this is about when it started to turn. Now, I think I've got this one. I think the background gave it away for me on this one. Go ahead. I could be
It's Harry Tornado. Yes. I can't believe he's 5 out of 5, you guys, right now. I mean, AR Edwards Vintage Flips says, hey guys, what did I miss? We're playing a game with Adam. We've talked about different things that are good, and now I'm playing a game as my gift to him. Nick said he would have walked right by those wrenches. Nick, since you're in the same town as me, and if I see those wrenches, I'll beat you down for them. I'm just kidding.
Y'all gonna be
We're gonna
fighting for them
Well,
now.
yeah, we'll be fighting at the next yard sale over these wrenches. So here's where it got a little hairy. Okay.
Yeah.
He
Okay.
was
We
like,
know we got this one wrong.
who, and I don't know, is that a Facebook marketplace? Like it has the numbers up here like an eBay listing would have,
It
right?
looks like an eBay listing to
It is
me.
eBay, I think. The
The
Hoogs
Hoogs.
sold this.
Oh, that means I got the TV wrong too.
How
Okay.
did they not post about this over on their Instagram? When they sent me that, I was like, dang, $275. That's amazing.
awesome
Good
pick.
sale, you guys.
And that TV, that straight up shouts the Hoogs to me.
gotta
Whoever
run.
has this one, I'm like, great for you. I love these types of TVs and
Me
electronics.
too.
personally.
I sell these. Kevin, thanks a lot for stopping by and for making Nick's life. He's super happy now. See you later, buddy.
Bye, Kevin.
So who sold this TV?
Billy
Flipper sold
Billy
it.
Flipper. Okay. Not surprised though. That's straight up
Now-
his alley as well.
Yeah, and this
I
one
kind of
was
like the idea that he sold the Tigger stapler though.
I like thinking of him selling that too. So we're 5-2 right now.
Yeah.
And he knew this one, and I picked this one because she had posted about it, because that was part of the game, was like, how much are you paying attention in the community? And he knew it that it was her right away.
There you go.
The Tigger stapler, who was it?
Okay, so maybe Pittsburgh Picker
Or Carissa chose
Carissa. That was a good one, Carissa.
I really think that little stapler is so adorable. And this one, again, you have to just know these people in the community, and he knew right away it was Jesse Tops. Nice. Yeah, that's beautiful. I sell nightgowns like that too. I'm telling you, me and Jesse could just open a store together. And he knew that this was Commonwealth, but there's no going back on your answers.
No going back.
We're gonna give the cat the point on that one. And then I don't know what happened on the Pittsburgh's name on some of them, so it just so happened that the one you had left was
Pittsburgh. Woohoo!
So
all right, I did better than I thought I did.
What are we at? 5, 6, 7, 8?
8-4.
Yeah. There was 12. I kept saying there was 11. There was 12. 8-4, you guys. Like, that's seriously impressive. Let me open this back up and take this off.
Thank you, Rachel, for doing that.
You're so
I enjoyed that immensely.
I'm super happy that I was even able to pull that off. I don't have PowerPoint on my computer, but I found that for free on the internet or something. Yeah. Okay. I'm not an IT person like you. So how did you guys think
Bravo.
that you did that?
Bravo.
Hoogs find all the good stuff. Yeah, they do. They do find good stuff. I got a great price for that stapler. Oh yeah, she said she paid like $1.99 or $1.95. Nikki, I'm glad that you are enjoying this live. That was really fun. Yeah. That was fun and creative. If you guys like games like that, I'm telling you, you have to pop into Adam's Wednesday show, because that's the type of stuff he does with his guest. And so that was not my idea. It was me stealing it from him to surprise him with it.
And every now and again, I will surprise the chat with giveaway games.
That's true. I tried to win.
I don't plan those in the regards of like trying to bring in your audience, because I really feel like if you're coming to watch my show, you're coming for the show, and then I'll just surprise you with a giveaway game. And so every now and again I will have giveaway games. So
yeah, I've tried to win as like trivia games and stuff, and I turned up really loud, and then my husband was in the same room, and I'm like, hurry up, get on Adam's channel, and you have to like try to guess with me too. And like we try to win, but we don't
do it.
I haven't won yet, but I'm gonna keep trying. Nikki says hit the thumbs up. That's a great idea. That's a really good idea. Too bad.
You see my new shirts? I'm gonna give away some shirts eventually too.
Oh, nice. Yep. I did see that earlier. I was like, that's a pretty daggum nice shirt.
It was just a simple print that I'd never done one before, and so this is the first attempt I've ever made. And actually, for the first attempt, I think it came out pretty well.
Did you print it?
I used Teespring.
Nice.
I created the design. I paid for the design for my logo back in
February. On Fiverr?
No, a guy on Instagram, actually. I found his artwork on Instagram, and I reached out to him, and I was like, hey, I got a pick. How much would you charge me to turn it into a nice YouTube logo? And it was only $40. So
wow.
It was totally worth the $40 in my opinion, because he did a really good job. Even if he used like an app to take my photo and turn it into a caricature, it's a really good
Yes.
caricature. So
Yeah,
I like it.
I like it a lot. I always like the cartoon ones. Like Derek's is him as a cartoon also, and there's a few different that are cartoon images, and I love those. I didn't get to say hi to you earlier. I'm so appreciative that you're here, and he says he's amazed that you got that many right.
I'm amazed I got that many right.
Dude, you did really, really well.
I'm sweating over here.
Yeah, Noelle was saying it's a shame I didn't get my figs. I could have eaten one on the show, and I was thinking about that earlier, and I was like, oh, I should run by the post office and see. So I hope they're not in yet today, but I'm checking tomorrow. Let me just tell you guys, I'm talking to Noelle about weird things to sell, because if you're not aware, I sell weird stuff on eBay when I get a wild hair. It's either dye my hair blue or sell a potato chip. And Noelle is like, Rachel, start selling your oak leaves, because we have 6 acres of woods and we have a lot of oak leaves, and they're selling for like, $16 to $20 for a 1 gallon bag of leaves. And
what?
Right. So she's talking about these different fruits and things that she sells. She does a lot
I'll
of.
be right back. I got to go rake my yard.
Right. Yeah, I'm totally gonna list them. What's the worst that's gonna happen? I'm gonna have to go out there with a box of 1 gallon bags and sell a bunch. Oh no. So every time I sell a bag, that could be a Christmas present, right? But anyway, she's telling me about these different fruits and things that she sells. Quince being one of them that she sells a ton of. Like she'll do $1,200 to $1,500 worth of quince in a season, I think. And so she's talking about figs, and I was like, I've never had a fig. And I'm sad. And she says, oh, just go to your local organic grocery store, which is just an adorable idea that we would have an organic local grocery store around here. And I was like, maybe St. Louis would be the closest place. I don't even think Cape Girardeau has an organic, like they have it's not like a Whole Foods. They have this natural food, but it's like processed vegan food. It's not organic stuff. And so she mailed me some figs.
Nice.
And I cannot wait to get them in. And I was gonna do exactly what she said and try one on live. And I was like, I hope I'm not a sloppy eater. Drew just posted my eBay down there, Nick, if you want to see what my eBay store is. Since he's the local competition now, he's gonna be like, what does she source?
He's gonna start looking out for what you got in your store, and then he's gonna be looking out for it.
Yeah. Nikki's asking for merch. I have some ideas, you guys. And my dad just recently got a sublimation printer and it started sublimation. So he and I have been talking about because I thought about maybe doing the IKEA bags with a certain something on them that I don't want to tell you guys yet, but I'm not sure. So I'm not sure if we could do that or not. With the type of printer that he has, but I do have some ideas for merch. And then everyone's asking for like a buy me a coffee, and I have a buy me a coffee, but I don't think that it's set up right because it still always says that it's connecting to my PayPal. So in lieu of buying a coffee from me, go buy one of my stupid listings. I have plenty of $5 cicada shells. I'm just kidding. Those two both
I
sold.
saw that Instagram story, and I applaud you for taking the mile that you took it with the whole explanation as to which one, who is who. Was it Ruth and Boaz? And I was like, wow, she really, okay. Now we know.
That's customer service, Adam.
That is, I want to know, was she able to actually use that information and then find the differences on the actual cicada shells?
Angie's in the chat. So Angie, tell us if you were able to find the drummer flaps on Boaz. Okay. Because apparently he has like flaps down here in his abdomen, and that's what causes them to like they vibrate and that
make the noises.
Smells. Yeah. We have a fig tree in our yard. My husband has been living on figs for weeks. I've never had one. And anytime I'm reading the word and like, I want a fig. Jesus ate figs. Like they're always eating figs in the Bible. And I'm a little sad that I've never tried one. And now I'm going to get to. I'm going to get another IPA. Anyone want one? Enjoy, gotta run. Have an amazing weekend. Thanks so much for coming in. We're so appreciative that you're here. We were just talking about you. Flip spines.
What's up, Josh?
Guys, if someone could take a screenshot of this moment so I could print it out, it would mean a lot to me because Carissa just gave me my first ever super chat. I don't even know how to get it up there. Oh, here it is. She says, you're doing so great, friends. Keep it up, and I will be buying one of those shirts, Adam. Aw, she loves your shirt.
Thank you. Okay, smile real quick, Rachel. Smile. Ready? All right, I got the screenshot.
Carissa, that's going to go in my office and framed. Every milestone means so much. And Drew asked me the other day, he's like, so are you going to like do the super chat? And I said, I don't know if I think I enabled it, but I'm not sure. I mean, no one's ever bought me one, but look at Carissa showing up, buying me a super chat. That means the world to me. Thank you so much. Carissa said that she's good, Dennis. She does not need an IPA. Drew said, did you just get a coffee? That's how little he knows about what we're talking about.
Yeah, he did.
Drew, how did you know I just got a coffee? Oh, how did you all like the coffee? Hey, have you tried Bolo Brew yet, Adam?
Oh yeah.
I
got the ground Bolo Brew and I put it in my I got a little K-cup screen so I can put it through my Keurig.
Oh, beautiful.
And I'll be honest with you, I had a couple of cups before my diet. I haven't had any during my diet, but I will drink more afterward because I haven't found coffees without creamer to me taste very good.
Oh,
so
really?
I found one brand of coffee that's a cold brew coffee that tastes good with no creamer. So I've been drinking that the whole time I've been on my diet.
All right. I'm just a black coffee drinker. I will tell you that I love, love, love the coffee and I love the smell of it. I like it so much that it is the only medium roast that I will drink. As soon as you guys bring out a dark roast, I am your girl. Okay. They brought out a whole bean because it asked for whole bean. So if you could come out with a whole bean dark roast and call it Rachel Strickland, I'll buy all of it. Just kidding. Oh, you guys are too much. Pittsburgh. Here's number 2. I was in their live last night and I'm so appreciative of how positive their life is. Like I've never been in there and hear anybody even in the chat, like degrading or talking bad about anyone. Like it's a positive place to be. And so I enjoy their chat. They're not going to be live this Sunday though. So wipe your tears. They'll be back next week. But thank you guys so much. A $4.99 super chat. And look at Paul over here. He had to one up Carissa. Oh. Guys, I just paid for one of the windshield wipers on my new car.
There you go.
I'm so close to this new car, you guys. And I told my son today, tell me if you think this is a cheesy idea. So obviously we talked about the whole idea behind like trading in my death pile for a car. We don't believe in car loans. Like I'm going to pay cash for a car. And I'm like, I'm so excited to buy this car. And when I do, I told my son, I said, I'm going to do a video of counting out the cash. And he's like, why, Mom? And I was like, it means so much. Like that's the whole point. Like, is that a bad idea? That's the whole point, right?
I would be upset if you didn't do that.
Okay.
Because we've been on this journey with you, Rachel.
I know. I have to make an update. And you know how I keep doing the We're Moving On Up song over on Instagram? Yeah. I want to like dance that song in the video. And then my first YouTuber mind was, no, you'll get demonetized on that video.
Because of the copyright. Yeah.
But I'll do a separate video where I'm dancing to that. Thank you so much, though, Paul. Thank you so much. And if you just want to watch random lives, then head over to Paul's channel because he's the king of the live. And he's my guest next week. He promised me that he'd dress up in costume, too, since we're like a couple days before Halloween.
Right before Halloween.
Yes. So we're going to be an hour late. Rachel, you were going to send me your Buy Me a Coffee link. Oh, yeah, I was going to do that. But I felt like if I sent it to you to test it, I was asking for money, and that felt cheesy.
Real quick about the monetization question.
Sure.
Would that one video damage your monetization?
It'll just be that one video will get demonetized.
But would it count as a strike?
It could. It counts as a copyright strike, yeah, which is a pretty big deal, obviously. Drew, Profit Monsters just had that happen, so I might reach out and ask him. He's at a youth group thing tonight, so he couldn't be in the chat.
Because I believe that part of the strike, I believe part of the monetization, and I haven't got a 100% clear understanding, to be very honest with you. It's not clear in the policies, that the community strikes, like that's part of the monetization, that you don't have any strikes, right?
Yeah, that's a new part. That's a new part.
I'm wondering if that's considered a strike, and in that case it would hurt you. But before that, I would say that one video not getting monetized because of a copyright, I would still do it for that sake of the beauty of how well that song would fit, right?
And you can always demonetize that one video because you can choose which one of your videos are monetized and which ones are not. So I mean, yeah, you could just choose to not have that one.
But you
But
wouldn't want it to count against your community strike if it counts in that regard.
correct. And I know the things that do count against community strikes are like the vile things that they don't allow, things that you would never have on your channel, Adam. So you don't even have to worry about
Absolutely.
like extreme violence or nudity or anything that's not family friendly.
Mhm.
I need to order my Bolo brew. Yes, you do, and it's free shipping if you weren't aware. I don't care what flavor coffee it is, drinker, as long as it's black. Me too, black coffee. I heard a thing on Air One had they were deciphering like what your coffee order says about you. So
Yeah.
you said you like yours with cream and stuff, and they talked
Yeah.
about like a latte person is kind of middle in the road and like a people pleaser. And they talked about iced coffee people. If it's not summertime, iced coffee drinkers are like go against the grain and really stubborn, set in their ways. And then they go to tell me about black coffee, and Carissa called me, and I was like, "I'm sorry, Carissa, ignore." I had to call her back.
I must hear this.
I needed to know what my coffee said about me. And it said that you were like very much like your own person and like march to the beat of your own drum and very like it just seemed like it kind of fit me. And I was
like a horoscope reading too, you know?
Yeah, probably. Let me read your tea leaves.
Yeah.
Abel's Treasures just gave me a super chat.
Woohoo!
You guys, my car's getting a back seat now.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. That's you guys. I didn't expect any of you guys to do that. So that really, it seriously means a ton.
Awesome, everybody.
And this is the first time anyone's ever given me a super chat. So you guys are like groundbreaking pioneers right now. I'll call you all pilgrims. Okay.
There you go.
We were having a history lesson over at Paul's channel earlier. So we'll just continue with the history now.
No.
What model car are you getting? I don't know yet. I really don't know. Dave Ramsey would be proud. I could probably
absolutely
Ramsey some things. We're so frugal. Wait, I promised what now? Yeah. Well, don't act like you aren't ready to just dress up as Charmander or something.
I was about to say it's either going to be Charmander or the platypus.
I asked him if it could be one of those. Don't know why I wasn't subscribed to him, but yeah, subscribe to everybody over here, guys. Okay, he might have strikes and claims are different. They're based on what company or artist you use. Okay. So
I guess it's not worth the risk, though. You know.
What if I hire Adam to sing the song? Is that still a copyright strike?
No, unless I do the strike against you.
Gotcha. Hey, okay. I can show you all how to delete the music from just that area, but see, I would be putting the music just in that area.
Yeah.
Well, if Carissa called you, I'm sorry, I did ignore it, but I called her right back. And I almost said, sorry, I had to call you back. I needed to know what my coffee order said about me, but
so what did heavy creamer, French vanilla creamer say? Like, that's the kind of person I am. I'm a heavy French vanilla creamer kind of guy.
They talked about lattes and iced coffees and stuff. But I
do not like iced coffee or cold coffee. I bought cold brew for my diet because it's good black, but I warm it up in the microwave before I drink it.
That's hilarious.
I can't drink cold coffee at all.
Paul keeps going to your channel looking for nudity, but you always disappoint.
Well, all right, Paul. Cheers.
Or a milk crate seat. Yeah. Drew said I could maybe get a folding seat. We're off on a total separate thing tonight. I'm sorry, you guys. Look at this. Nick gave me a super chat. Pioneers, I went in on that. Call me Lewis or Clark. We will not call you Sacagawea. So you'll get to be, we'll call you Lewis.
There you go.
I mean, this is a history lesson. Now we're talking about the great expansion here. You guys are awesome. Seriously. Sarah and I are debating this. What size bubbles do you guys like on your bubble wrap? I feel like the bigger bubbles work best. I feel like you're right.
I use 3/4 bubbles most of the time for my VCRs and stuff like that. And those American Bubble Boy, great deal. I use 3/4 size bubbles.
A local flower shop, Jackson Florist, just saved me all of their bubble wrap and boxes. Nick, do not go there asking them for packing materials. I mean, you guys, it filled up the entire back of my Pathfinder. They just gave it to me. Because what were they going to do with it? Is that not amazing?
That is awesome.
Okay, this beautiful Italian, I'm not going to try to butcher the name again, just paid for the air in my tires. Air is $2, Adam.
How much?
$2 for air.
What?
Have you been to an air machine lately?
No, I got an air machine at my house.
Yeah, but if you're stuck out and you have to use one, it's $2. I appreciate that, y'all. $2 for the air in my tires. You know what? When I buy this car, I'm gonna write down so I can. When I buy this car, I'm gonna put $2 in the glove box and say that that is your $2 in case I ever need air in my tires while I'm out.
There you go.
I'd have to.
If it's $2, when did it not be a quarter?
No,
It's been a
there's this
long
new
time.
machine that came in, and they're in every city. They're on every air machine, and it is $2. Go tomorrow, Adam, and you tag as many of us as you want to in your story, and show us a quarter air machine. I bet
feel
you
like
John can't even.
I feel like my dad, on the day he found out it didn't cost a dime anymore in the phone booth.
Yeah. That's pretty nuts. It's not fair, Rachel. I want to see Paul's Squirtle outfit. Oh, that's true. Didn't he have like a onesie or something weird like that on once?
Mm-hmm.
Adam, you're a pioneer too.
I had to. And I had to one up Paul.
Oh, you guys are so awesome. I like the small ones to wrap figurines, but the large ones, you guys know what I like. I like mattress pad. That's what I'm going to use. If it's not free bubble wrap, I'm using mattress pad.
I'm telling you, I truly do not remember who first brought American Bubble Boy to my attention. But I know a lot of people are saying it now. But they really do have a great deal on their bubbles.
If you have not heard of them, you need to look into them since you use bubble wrap a lot.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Everyone's got an affiliate link to them, so look up someone's affiliate.
Free shipping is what won me over.
He's a Kevin Commonwealth Picker fan. Kevin's got a Bubble Boy link, I'm pretty sure. Carissa's still looking for her Snow White costume. Free shipping, and that's big boxes too. They must be like Amazon. I know Drew core value would praise. Wawa has free air. Well, for those of us that don't have a Wawa, do you have Wawa where you're at, Adam?
I've never heard. I thought he was making that up. I thought he was talking about a cat or something.
He enjoys their coffee for sure. And no, it's like
never heard of a Wawa.
Thing. He probably doesn't realize that those aren't everywhere. Take the rest of your super chats and buy a pump that plugs into your car. I used to have a Buick Rainier that had an air pump built into the car. So you would raise the back and take off this panel, and it had an air compressor, and you could air up the tires right there.
That's sweet.
I was bougie like that. Wawa all day. Oh, I just clicked over. There we go. Dark County Picker.
Hey, Jimmy.
So glad to see you. You can buy a tiny portable pump to keep in your car that plugs into your lighter. Get it under your seat. I got a bike pump.
Yeah, I mean, you could, but I'd rather pay the $2. That thing, from my experience, those things take forever to pump up a tire.
Drew has free air. Yeah, I just asked Drew to blow everything up for me because he's full of air.
Ain't that right?
Okay, my parents live in Florida, and they said Wawa rocks, so I didn't even realize they had Wawas. Wawa is amazing.
Is that like a large truck stop gas station? Because we have like Love's and Racetrack and
no,
like that,
Wawa's is king in Virginia. Yeah, like it's a thing other places. Okay, so tell me, y'all, I know we're having a good old time, but you know we have to put a dark cloud on this parade here and talk about a few ugly things that happened, even though I don't want to talk about ugly stuff. My ugly stuff wasn't so bad this week, though. Like, I didn't have anything devastating happen, and again, it was my own fault. He said it's like a Target gas station. I don't even know what that means.
Our Target just put in electrical outlets for electric cars. They're like the first ones in Columbus to
we don't really have any around here either. And one of the electrical companies reached out to my husband. You know, he's an electrician, and they wanted to know like approaching him basically about installing something like that, or someone had reached out to him. So I'm like, yeah, that's probably something you're going to have to learn how to start putting those in, because we don't have a single one anywhere in town.
They'll put in 4 or 5 at a time in one location.
Yeah. Well, when you aren't near a gas station anywhere else, time doesn't matter at all.
I guess that's true.
It's a convenience store. Okay. You're a dark cloud. Your mom's a dark cloud, Drew. I hope she's not in the chat. She was here last week. The big ones make me feel safe, like the little nerdy kid on the movie, The Little Giants, when his mom wraps him up. It's time for Bubble Boy soon.
Yeah. I thought of that all the time. It totally sounds like a cartoon.
Nice. Went to Discount Tires yesterday after getting low alert. Free air. Yeah, we don't have anywhere. No, man, they have like an entire restaurant in Wawa. Oh, okay, so it's like IKEA. You can get Swedish meatballs, apparently. Your
Well,
mom,
the
my mom
Love's
said, Drew, watch
Love's
your
gas
mouth.
station usually has some sort of fast food attached to them, or
Yeah,
Racetrack usually has some sort of
yeah.
convenience store
Huddle
attached to them.
houses and
Not
subways. And,
convenience, but like a Subway or something, yeah, or sometimes a Denny's,
yeah,
sometimes a IHOP, right?
usually nasty stuff like that. So
Denny's is definitely on that lower end of that totem pole. I'm sorry.
Denny's is like all still smoking inside. There's not even a non-smoking section in that restaurant.
That's because all of the cooks and all the waitresses are doing it.
They're
So
probably like while they're flipping your pancakes,
yeah.
here, take this. It's like, I feel that way about Waffle House. And my husband, being from Tennessee, is blind to the fact that all Waffle Houses are disgusting. And I think he's coming around to it. No offense to John if he's still in the chat, because he's from Alabama and they probably eat at Waffle House all the time.
Dude, I'm telling you, Waffle House has some of the best. I love Waffle House, but I hate eating there. I know that doesn't make
It's
sense.
so
You
dirty.
walk out of a Waffle House, you
And wash your
smell
hands.
like you're still in a Waffle House.
Yeah, you're like,
People will know you were at Waffle House 2 days later. When I was in college and we would hit things like Crystal or Waffle House, people would know which one you chose later in the night, like at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m.
because you're running to the bathroom that you chose either one.
No, because you literally smell like a Waffle House still when you walk out of the Waffle House.
Waffle
It
House is one of
stays
those
with you.
places you walk in and you smell the dirty mop water like as soon as you walk in, and you're like, just change the water out between shifts or anything. Waffle House guilty. Waffle Houses are great if you're drunk. Yeah, when your judgment is super impaired, you might walk into one. I agree with you. So speaking of impaired judgment, I did stupid stuff on eBay this week. And here's my ugly. I'll just tell you what it is.
Yep.
There are bad mistakes where you have to like learn from your mistake. And then there are really, really dumb mistakes where you learn from your mistake twice.
Yeah.
I know. When you have to learn a lesson twice from the same mistake. So here's what happened. What happened was on Poshmark, I cross-list some things over to Poshmark. Levi jeans being one of them, especially vintage Levi's. So I cross-posted these vintage Levi's. They sold. I'm looking through. Yep, here's a pair of size whatever, da-da-da. And sometimes I even think to myself, double check that, and I don't. And so I sent them out, and then of course the Poshmark buyer opens a return request, and I'm just like, why? And she's like, I ordered a pair of size 12 512s. She sent me a pair of size 12 550s, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't send her the right jeans. And I right there on Poshmark, I was like, I'm so sorry. This is 1,000% my fault. Because you don't get to accept the request on Poshmark. Like Poshmark has to accept it for you. So I'm like, accept it, have her ship those back, and Poshmark pays for the return, so they're paying for my stupid mistake. But I'm like, okay, so yes, have her send them back, and I will send out the right ones. I am again so sorry. This is embarrassing, and so she says, okay, no big deal, and they accept the return. She never mails them back. So Poshmark lets me keep my money. They're not going to give her money back. She never mailed the jeans back. And I'm like, well, vintage jeans do have weird sizing. Maybe she decided to fit her well.
Yeah.
Okay. So I was careful and took the other listing off of Poshmark, the ones I accidentally sold her. Yeah. And I removed the ones that she actually bought from Poshmark when she bought them. I removed them from eBay. See, there's something in here that I didn't do.
Right. Yep. I'm picking it out so far.
The Levi's jeans that I accidentally sent her, not the ones she bought, but the ones I accidentally sent her, sold on eBay this week.
On eBay.
Because when I made that mistake, I was so I had such tunnel vision on this error on Poshmark. I was sure that I removed it from eBay, the ones she actually did buy, but I never removed the ones because I expected to get them back.
Yeah.
And so why would I need to remove it? No big deal. Well, when she never sent them back, I never removed them from eBay. So when this girl bought them this week, I messaged her, and in vintage Levi's, I'm about a size 12. So I went to my closet because that was what she ordered. And I'm like, surely I have another pair because I have lots of vintage Levi's in my own closet. I was going to give her my own just so I did not have to cancel this because, guys, I just had to cancel these Coach shoes the same day. And I said, I don't have these in a size long. I have a 5 such and such in a short. And she messaged back and she said, no problem. I'll keep it clean here, but crap happens, but she didn't say crap.
Right.
Crap happens. She said, I'm saving your store anyway because I really like your stuff and I'll come shop in the future. Just cancel the order. So again, I was able to say buyer's request of cancel because I offered
Yeah.
a substitution.
Yeah.
And I said, you know what? I so appreciate that. And let me tell you that I sell a lot of vintage Levi's. So if you're looking for those, do come back and I'm going to offer you 25% off of anything. Just remind me it was you when you come back. You can have 25% off of anything in my store just to basically appease her. So when it came in as a buyer requested cancel, she wouldn't leave negative feedback. And to say thank you for understanding and giving me that kind of grace because, you know, we all need some grace. That was dumb, wasn't it?
Yeah, and the fact that they handled it so well makes it really takes a lot of relief off of you, you know, makes it feel so better. I mean, how do you feel good about a situation like that anyway to begin with? But because they handled it so well, it just makes it an easier pill to swallow. I think they did good. They could have I see it far too often in this world where they could have immediately just flew right off the handle.
Why did you put these if you didn't have them? And da-da-da.
Yeah, and that just, I mean, I understand why it would upset you, but you, me, many of the people in the chat, we all would handle it the same way, as most customer service friendly as humanly possible. We made a mistake. We're sorry. And the fact that she understood, she handled it, she took it well. I think that made it all sweet. It made it sweet again. You know what I mean?
I know the fact that even though like I said, she had kind of a potty mouth about it, but she wasn't like cussing at me. She was just saying crap happens. Like,
yeah,
you know, whatever. Like, you know, obada.
Right.
She wasn't upset about it. So I was really excited about that. But I just thought how stupid that I had to learn 2 lessons from the same mistake.
Yeah.
When you accidentally ship the wrong thing, or when someone, like when you're counting on getting something back, so you relist it right away. If you don't get the item back, please don't forget to take it off of wherever you've cross-posted it. Like I took the item she bought off, and a funny thing with that girl, she ended up messaging me on the pair of jeans that I relisted the ones that she actually bought, that she never like got them because she never sent the other ones back. And she messaged on those and said, I technically bought these from you once. Can I buy them again? And I said, sure. And so I created a bundle and offered her the same price she had bought them at before. And then she never bought them.
Huh.
So I was like, I don't know I think that girl wants those. David Prey says, hello, Rachel from mid-Missouri. We're at mid-Missouri. I'm in the Boot Hill, David, but I'd love to know where you're at. I like to hang out with other Missouri resellers as often as I can.
Because apparently there's only one other one in her town.
I know. I'm telling you. Nick, would you support me in the chat and tell them that there's no other resellers around here?
Yeah, Nick, now that we know you're in the same town and you're a reseller, you have to back up that story.
You have to. Like, and I was surprised to hear him say that he sold on eBay at the level that he does. The spatula they cook our food with is the same when they spray the gobbles.
That's Waffle House for you.
Is worse than the restroom. Yeah. Awful waffle reminds me of the workers from the movie Good Burger. Yeah, something like that. You're going in the grinder. Mondo Burger. That's what it was called. Do you remember that, Adam?
I don't know Mondo Burger.
That's the Good Burger. You know, Welcome to Good Burger.
Oh, the movie. Okay, yeah. I got you now.
Yeah, I love multiple lessons from one mistake. Thank you, Nick. He said it's true.
Okay.
I don't think I pick up 6 pair of teaks at one store and go in the next day and there's more. And you can walk into the thrift store at 5 o'clock and there's still good stuff.
Well, you had me convinced when you had the story about your staples.
Oh yeah, because I went back 2 weeks later and they were still
you totally had me convinced there. It's like, okay, if she went back 2 weeks later and got these staples, there's legitimately no one else around her is looking to resell anything.
Something in one of my videos and I didn't pick it up, tell me so I can go back and get it.
That's lucky on your part, mind you. Now, Nick, what you need to do is watch her videos and read her comments, and then you beat her back to the store.
Okay, so Marcus Dixon Pickens, he's only an hour north of me, and I was at the Goodwill up there in Cape, and I took a picture of an ab, like the ab lounge, and I
Mhm.
tagged Kevin Commonwealth Picker, and I said, "Hey, should I Kevin Commonwealth Picker this thing and take it apart and sell it for the bands?" And he tells me, he comments back to me, he says, "You absolutely should, but more importantly, you need to get the ab rocker beside it because those break down, and they were selling for like $75, $80 or something."
Broken
And
down?
so yes. So
Mm.
I already had left that store, but I texted Marcus and I said, "Go to the Goodwill at such and such and get this." And I sent him the picture of it, and he went the next day, I'm pretty sure, and got it.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I have an ab lounge I picked up for $20 because my buddies, the twin flippers in South Carolina, are always telling me, "Get the ab lounge, get the ab lounge, $20 or less, get it." And Facebook Marketplace it and do a local sale, right? If you don't want to ship it, because that's a hefty shipping.
Yeah.
This thing will not sell. I've had it for 2 months. It won't
You're talking
sell.
about
I've
the
lowered the
big
price.
blue ab lounge?
Yes.
On the ab lounge, just take off just the bands
So
and
I'm
just sell
thinking I'm
that.
gonna have to do that. So I feel like I'm gonna need to test those bands too, like maybe
Oh,
stretch
maybe.
them a little bit just to make sure they're not gonna immediately
Yeah, that they're
snap.
not dry rotted or something.
Um,
And then the ab rocker is the purple thing that lays on the ground.
yep, I know the ab rocker. They
That's
come in
the
different colors, red, purple, blue. I've seen them in
Oh.
several different colors.
He said the purple one was the good one. And
Okay.
then I went to our thrift store, our one and only thrift store, a couple days later, and I saw one that was gray. And I come to find out it was the Cap brand, which is like the Walmart brand, and they're worth nothing.
Yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
don't buy those. Don't buy those. Um, Adam, can I get an autograph?
Again, I autograph my t-shirts.
Nice. I do like
Um,
that shirt. I like it quite a bit.
my ugly story is pretty much on the same as yours. In fact, it happened today. It took precedence over any other ugly story I had to tell. Um, I do a lot of electronics, and I don't do a whole lot of VCRs though. I do a lot, mostly combo units, electronics wise. And today on Facebook Marketplace, a guy earlier in the really early in the day bought a Toshiba VCR from me. I mean, I think it was $30 plus shipping, but Facebook covered the shipping. Um, so before the show, I wanted to get all my packing done. I can't find this Toshiba anywhere. I can't find it
No.
anywhere. I'm looking like I pre-pack a lot of my electronics so that I know
Sure.
the weights and measurements. And I'm opening boxes to see if I mismarked something, you know? I can't find this VCR anywhere. I still really don't know where it is. I think I might have put it in a yard sale that my sister had in the beginning of October, and and when it did sell, I forgot to remove the listing. Is what I think is what happened. However, turning the story into a sweet one, I messaged the guy. I apologized. I told him I do not have. I'm embarrassed. I don't have this particular VCR. However, I do have another Toshiba VCR in stock, different
You're like
model
me. Like,
number.
let me tell you what I can do.
Exactly. And I was like, I have it originally listed for 45, but because of this, I will give this one to you for the price you paid for the other one. Would that satisfy you? Do we have a deal? And he was like, "Oh, absolutely. Pictures look great." I sent him pictures of it and everything. He's like, "Absolutely, pictures look great. I appreciate it. Thanks for being honest about it." And that's what I approve of. Like that's what I really take pride in with my selling is be honest
Yeah.
about it all. Don't hide a licking thing. And
Mhm.
if you miss something and they catch it because they sold it, you sold it to them, we make mistakes,
Yeah.
you
Oh,
know?
I know. I just
Don't
need an ounce of grace because I mess up a lot.
yeah, don't try to just deny it and think they're trying to scam you. It's highly possible that you made the mistake.
Yeah, and then
So,
we need to like remember the same whenever, it's Christmas, the holidays are coming, so we're going to be doing a lot of online purchases ourselves. And so
mhm.
like that grace that we want extended to us, we need to extend that to companies large and small too, because even the big companies at the end of the day, it's a person putting that in a box. Like mistakes can be made. And like last year, I know everyone was up in arms about the late shipments and everything. Like Christmas is still Christmas, even if the presents come days later.
Yeah.
Like we all need that grace, don't we?
We truly do. And I had at least one really bad late shipment last year, and that guy was so graceful about it. I mean, it didn't arrive to him till like January 3rd or
Yeah.
something like that. And he bought it on the day after Thanksgiving. And I shipped it the Monday following Thanksgiving because they were all closed over that long weekend. And it got lost, right? And he didn't get it till January 3rd. I offered him I mean, I already gave him a best offer option anyway from the
Mhm.
beginning. I offered him, I said, listen, I'll have to open a claim on this. May I have some additional information? And he did everything I asked of him to help out. But he never once opened a return request.
Nice.
And I said, I do feel like I can get this moving. I've done it before. And he just stuck with me and he heard me and he stayed with me. And I did. I got it moving again and it showed up within a week, but it was after Christmas, unfortunately. So
Aw. That's such a bummer, especially when he went out of his way to ensure that he ordered it like in plenty of time to get it before Christmas.
I 100% agree. He went out of his way and I was so apologetic to him and he was so graceful for it. And I appreciate that.
But my dad had ordered some things over on Etsy this it was like a couple weeks ago, and he already had these problems where the item wasn't tracking, and it was like a week or so after when it was supposed to be here, and USPS was like, it will arrive in America and such. Like this thing originated in maybe Tennessee and was only going to Florida. And now it's telling you when it's going to arrive in America. And but what gave him like a smile despite everything that was going on was how awesome the guy was at Etsy that he bought it from. And the guy was just like kept talking to him about it. And the main thing I want to do when someone has like, why haven't I got my stuff? I want to be like, didn't see that message. But that's not what we should do.
Yeah.
And you could be like, not my problem. I shipped it. But like the way you handled it is what we should do. Like try to stay with it. And
my number one piece of advice is never reply with your initial thought. Never.
You're so right.
Read it, think it in your head, but do not type it because you may accidentally hit send. And then when you have that initial thought, let it go, close out, cool off, come back to it. I guess my 9 to 5 is what really I learned about that because a lot of our dealings with our customers is via email. And you have that initial thought and then you let it out of your head and then you correct yourself, you take a deep breath and you do what's right for the customer. So that's what we should do. That's what we should all be doing as resellers is making it right for the customer. And if you make a mistake, it's okay to admit your mistake.
I know. Yeah. That's what he said. He gave him 5-star review. I mean, this is something that he waited twice as long as what it was supposed to be. And still gave this guy 5 stars. And for those of us on eBay, when, feedback means everything, obviously, you want your people to be happy. And so like screwing up with those jeans and then offering her a coupon, basically, if she ever wanted to come back, because she can still leave me feedback.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a refund. I mean, it was canceled, but to my knowledge, they can still leave you feedback on that. I still want her to leave me feedback. And I had a few good things this week where a lady reached out. I listed a little kid's toddler parrot costume. It was like this little parrot get up that had a hood that was like the beak and everything. And then the zipper was a cracker.
Oh.
And I was like, it's way too late. No one's even going to buy this. Why did I drag my feet? I didn't get my costumes listed like I was going to. And so I had bought it for $1.50. I was like, you know what? If I put it on there cheap enough, someone will still buy it because they'll be like, I can get it in time. And I could ship it to them in time, being in the middle of the part of the country. So I listed it at $15 plus shipping for a Halloween costume. Pretty good. Kind of unique,
10 times on your money.
Yeah. She said, what did she say? $7. And I honestly thought about it. I was like, I mean, again, she could still get it by Halloween. I'll have to hold on to this thing till next year. And I came back and I said 10. And she came back and said 8. And I said, accepted, just because I appreciate your persistence right now. Because I like it when they negotiate. I love it when they buy at the buy it now price. But I messaged her for some reason and I said, I'm glad, I appreciate your persistence and I'm going to reward you for being persistent in life. And I'll accept your $8 offer. She comes back and says, thank you. It's not for me. It's for a single mom who's having trouble getting her kids Halloween costumes.
Oh, look at there.
And I was like, do the other kids have Halloween costumes? Because I still have access at this one thrift store we have. Like their costumes are $3 for little kids on half
Right.
off $1.50. So I was like just gonna go up there and buy whatever they needed and send it all in the shipment. And
What are
she,
their sizes?
yes,
And let me know because I will
tell me
supply.
what everyone wants to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she said, no, we actually found everyone costumes. We were just having trouble with the youngest. He's like 2 years old, and I was like, I am so happy that I just accepted this and that this worked out.
There you go. There you go.
Do you
Now
take
you got a
people's
happy parrot.
Yeah, do you take like personal messages into consideration when people accompany their offer with a message?
I do. I truly do. I don't necessarily take it into consideration if it's clearly a sob story
Yeah.
that's just way too drawn out and
My dog
detailed.
died and I've been sick, and then my neighbors got kicked out of their
And I've
house.
gotten them, man. I mean, like, you could write it's like lyrics to a country song. Um, but, there are some that's like, "I appreciate you accepting my offer. I needed this for my daughter," or something like that for school or something like that. Mercari, I get a lot of it more so than I do on eBay.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I also on Mercari, also get a lot of I listed something for $125 and they want it for 15. So I
Yeah.
mean, in that regards, even a sob story really doesn't necessarily make me feel any better about it because I may have spent 40 on it if I'm spending it for 150, if that makes sense. But I mean, I like to converse with them and
Mhm.
try to fill them out because I want to look and my wife is better at this than I am. She sees the good in every situation, in every person, no matter what. I happen to kind of hold up my guard a little bit. That's just I guess that's
You're
natural
more
to me.
cynical than she is.
Yeah, and so I kinda wanted them to give me some really good make sure this isn't just a scam type situation. But, I tell you what, if she was the one running my eBay store,
You'd give
eh,
everything away.
she'd be giving everything away. So,
I like her. I'd probably get along pretty well with her.
yeah, you would.
Yeah. Um, David said that they are outside of Jeff City. That's a pretty good ways from me. You really did mean Central Missouri, didn't you?
You got okay, go to Carissa, then go to Josh and stick on that. I've got a comment to that one.
Computer died. Sorry, had to get on my computer. Okay, so I think her phone died, is what she's saying. Hang on, before I go to Josh, everybody tell Nick bye because we were happy to see him here. And Nick said he just has kind of been lingering in the background of the reseller community. I told him to dive in because all you guys are so nice.
Yeah,
Nick, stop
definitely.
popping in all the lives, man. See ya. Thanks for showing up. And Josh says, I only get the typical my kid accidentally purchased this, blah.
I did accidentally purchase. I'm going to tell you the long story, but it's not too long, so don't worry. I went to an estate sale, and at the estate sale, I purchased some vintage Donald Duck and Mickey Mouse plush from the 80s. So when
Cool.
I got back home, I'm looking each one of them up. I didn't look them up at the estate sale. They were like $1 each. So when I got home, I'm looking each one of them up so I can comp it out so I can list it properly. It was a hot summer day, and I did accidentally purchase some baby bibs that had Mickey Mouse printed on them while my phone was in my pocket. I'm not making this up, Josh. I'm not making this up, Rachel. I bought some baby bibs, and I didn't even ask for a return. It was a $7 purchase. I didn't ask for a cancellation. I didn't ask for a return. I just said, Adam, you dummy, you're going to have some bibs in your inventory and
This
maybe
is
you can flip them for $7 or $12 or something.
Do you still have these bibs?
I think I did donate them to somebody
That's
who needed them at the church.
hilarious. So you did
But
actually. It's possible, guys. You can accidentally.
yeah,
I
it
mean,
can
Drew
be done.
says his
My
kids always play on eBay.
my dad carries his phone in his front pocket like this.
Yeah.
In his sweaty pocket, he took over 450 photos of the inside of his pocket. He completely shut down his phone because it got so hot and the memory was full. He didn't know what to do. He had no idea he had even done it. So it's possible. Those things
Huh.
are possible.
That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever accidentally like I say that I don't want to like jinx myself or anything, but I don't know that I've ever accidentally made a purchase on. Oh, I accidentally bought this webcam.
What? What?
It
On
wasn't on eBay. It was on Walmart.
mhm.
So I'm looking up different webcams on Walmart.com and I'm like, oh, okay, this one looks good. This one looks good. Now I have my phone here and I'm on my computer and looking up, of course, people's YouTube videos about them. And this one pops up and I'd never heard of the brand and I see why it came in some random Chinese box. But I was like, okay, this looks pretty good. Yeah, like add to cart. And then I'm looking and I went to go to like continue shopping, I think, because I saw another one that I wanted to look up and see if they had while I was on YouTube.
Mhm.
And instead of clicking that, when I swiped, it said like purchase. That was the button that was there. You know how it's like sometimes your phone
Mhm.
jumps around, and it's Walmart.com. All my payment information was already saved.
Yep.
And so the next screen said, "Thank you for your purchase. Here's your confirmation number." I was like,
Well, I guess that's the one I'm gonna get.
"Yep." I was like, "I guess that was an easy choice for me, wasn't it? I didn't have to research that anymore."
Oh god,
Yeah.
that's one thing I hate about phones and apps.
I bought all kinds of stuff accidentally when I'm in the hospital. Probably really good pain pills. They shouldn't allow QVC in places people are on. I don't know how to pronounce that in other pain meds.
I don't know that either.
Oh, that's funny.
Dilaudid?
Which part, Nikki? The part that I'm accidentally buying these webcams. It's a good webcam, though. It's okay. You guys don't know how much we really had to do, and even with the background and everything, just to make the lighting look subpar. I got some LED lights like what you have.
I just got these today. I love it. It's
I
fun.
love it. I was gonna do. Oh, well, good. I'm glad to mention it then because when you first jumped on, I was just like, I love those lights so much. I got some IKEA ones, and it comes with this wheel, so you can do every single color and stay wherever you want to. But it's like bars. There's 5 of them that are bars. So I think I'm going to put them in my office because I'm not in my office right now. I'm actually like in our basement living room. But as soon as I get my laptop, then I'll be able to start doing my lives in my office where people are kind of more familiar with my setup there anyway.
Yeah. I mean, you look like you have a really good background right now. Anyway, I'm assuming, did you make that? I mean, you do a lot of costumes. Did you make the curtain?
Yeah.
No? You bought it?
It's the curtain. And
Yeah,
so
the
there's
curtain.
it's a clothing rack. And then my husband is like the best. You guys know I always call him the real MVP. He took this long rack and put it on top of the clothing rack.
Yeah.
So thusly extending it, draped like 3 curtains over it. But then it was too dark. And without this sequence not here just because I'm a beauty queen, you guys.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Because if I'm the only, like between my hair and my skin are kind of the same color, if I'm the only thing on this black background, then it's washed out even more.
Yeah.
So I had to add this. If you're having trouble with your lighting, guys, consider if you need to add something light in the background as well. Play with lots of different things. Like the webcam might not be as bad as you think initially. But you're the IT guy.
It's great for them. No, I'll show you. It's just a 3-foot LED pole sitting on a tripod.
That's cool.
So
that's really
but because my chair is perfectly placed,
yeah,
you would never know.
No, that's really neat. I like that. I love the lights in the back. He says Adam is a techie. Yeah. So he keeps it professional. Adam, do you have a recommendation for me outside of anything Apple for a good laptop that's going to allow me to stream and also edit my videos?
Oh,
like,
man.
should I look for just a gaming laptop?
No, you do not need to go that far.
I don't.
Gaming laptops are super expensive than what you would need for streaming. But I mean, personally, I don't go Lenovo.
No, I've been there before.
Prefab type laptops that are made and just distributed in quantity, so they're not very well made. But I will say Acer makes some really good laptops. That's middle of the road.
Acer, like netbook thing.
No, not the same.
That was trash because I tried that for my first live in the processor. That's why I need something with a processor that will keep up because that did not. I was
you can get Acers with the processors. You just need to know what processor to look for. So
my dad recommended Acer to me. I'm pretty sure, Dad, isn't that what you recommended was Acer?
If it wasn't that, he may have said Asus.
No, I think it was the.
Yeah, I was gonna say Acer, in my opinion, is better than Asus. But I say Acer because HP and Samsung are very high on the.
That's what I'm looking at. Is like a Samsung, like the Galaxy Book.
Yeah. Well, there again, you're paying money there, and you don't have to. You could get very similar specs and processors in from a different brand, and the processor and the specs is what makes the computer work, not the company, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So
Yes, I am going to edit on it. He says he
so
needs.
you said outside of Apple, so you want a Windows machine, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I don't do anything. Like my phone is Samsung, my tablet is Samsung, everything I have is Samsung. My oldest son is the only one with the Apple product. And so yeah, I want to be able to edit straight from it, do my listings, everything. Like I want a good laptop that's going to last me for a long time. So I don't
Yeah.
want to go in and buy like whatever's on sale. If it's
Mhm.
on sale, that's great. Nikki says she's lost. I got to get this advice anytime I can get it. And yeah, Adam's great IT advice. But Dad says, yeah, Acer was what he was talking about. He said he's got this Acer that's like generations old. That's better than this new laptop that they bought
Yeah.
recently.
I got an Acer Android tablet sitting right here that's still kicking, and it's like 8 years old. So
Huh.
it's not getting updates because of its age, but it's still kicking. So, and I use it for a second screen sometimes when I'm doing my lives. I've got an app on there that will mirror my computer to my tablet, so I
Mm-hmm.
can like touch control things on my computer during the lives. It's like a background. You don't even know I'm doing it.
That's cool.
So
That's really cool. I use Samsung phone, Apple computer. Drew said something about some kind of a card that helps, I guess like a processing card or something that would help speed it up, maybe.
I don't know.
Oh, sorry, I clicked off of that.
Put more RAM in it sometimes helps, but that's not always
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
answer.
like. I know that I need plenty of memory and RAM, and I need like actual storage space as well.
Mhm.
I'll just have to
No,
get you and have you help me decide on what type of a computer to get. Because after I buy my car, I
yeah,
need a computer. But a
I'll,
car's fun.
I'll I'll send you 3 options that I would buy for myself.
Oh, that'd be so amazing. That'd be awesome. If you guys want to know what they are, then just hit me up over on Instagram and I'll tell you what his recommendations are. Because a lot of us are doing the same stuff. You know,
Mhm.
we're all trying to find the best gear for YouTube and reselling both. And
I do everything on my phone.
what type of phone do you have?
It's a brand called OnePlus.
Oh, okay.
Um, they're not a very well known. I should say they're not a very big company, but they
Mhm.
still sell millions of phones, but mostly overseas. But its specs is what you're interested in. It's not necessarily name brand, it's
Yeah.
specs. And this thing has got high quality processor, lots of room and memory, lots of RAM. I edit all my videos on my phone. I do video editing. I do all my pictures. I do my listing. The only thing I do not do on my phone from an eBay perspective and YouTube perspective is shipping. So,
Nice.
and it's because I can't connect it to directly to the Zebra.
Yeah, this new printer that my husband just bought me for eBay. Well, he got it for Poshmark also because it prints like the 4x6
Mhm.
and it has Wi-Fi capability. So if I get this laptop, I could even ship in my office.
Yep.
So yeah, my dad says he has the OnePlus. Okay, well, you and my dad just need to hang out, I guess,
Yeah,
Adam.
we do. Sounds like
Because
he's one of my best friends already.
and this could not be a more yin yang match here because Adam is a tech guy and my dad is not.
Wow. He must know his stuff though. He knows something.
Well, he keeps telling me that phone's great. And let me tell you, the phone he had before was like a $20. I don't even know. I said, Dad, your phone works like a $30 phone because it's a $30 phone. You can't buy a $30 phone.
Well,
So he
you're
got
gonna.
this one
I
for us.
mean, don't be surprised, and I'm sure you won't be. But because if you look at Samsung prices, these phones are expensive these days.
I have still the Note 8, and I bought this secondhand because
Yeah.
I refuse to pay that much for a phone.
Well, I think I may have mentioned it to you before, but my others my other YouTube channel was an Android mobile device review channel,
Oh,
and that's how I really got into the phones. And
nice.
this one cost $1,100, but I do eBay part time. That's what I use my fun money for
Yeah.
is things like that. So it was okay for me to come off of $1,100 when I didn't even touch my personal family bank account at all for it, right?
Yeah.
And I don't finance with Verizon at all. I just straight up
Mhm.
paid for it. So to me, this phone, although I'm looking at another phone now, it's only not because there's something wrong with the phone. It's because it's one of my I've got a bone that I have or itch I have to scratch
Mhm.
with new phones and new devices as they come out. I have
Because
to.
you love tech so much.
Yeah, it really is.
That's me buying
So
purses sometimes. I just bought 2 more vintage Coach bags off of Paul Philly Flipper because I need another Coach bag. No, they were 2 of them that I didn't have that are in the collection that I collect, and I was like, "How much do you want for those?"
I hope he went high, right? He probably started real high. He gave you a
Dad
deal.
said he got his OnePlus from T-Mobile for free.
Yeah,
But
they do
the cheaper
giveaways too.
Yeah. So he's probably doesn't have the one that you have. Well, okay. So we talked about good, we talked about some bad, and we talked about some ugly, but we have to leave it on a positive note. We can't leave it with the ugly. So tell me some stuff that you're looking forward to that's coming up that we can look forward to with you.
Okay. Well, personally, I always look forward to family get-togethers, right? I know it's not eBay or YouTube related, but my family is all going to be getting together on Halloween so we can trick or treat and stuff like that. And there's going to be like, I mean, I lose count as to how many are going to be in the house at this particular time.
That's
But
cool.
I just love family get-togethers, even if it's not holiday related. But from eBay and I should say from a YouTube perspective, I've got a show next Wednesday, and the guest is SSK Promo Ken, or you may know him better as El Luchador. And we're going to be hanging out and having fun. And Gary, my co-host, will be returning. He's been on a little bit of a hiatus because of some
Like
personal
since
things
I
going
was on your show.
Yes. Well, because some things have been going on in his personal life. He hasn't been able to join us. And so he'll be back as well. So I feel like it's a reunion, if you know what I mean. So Ken was one of my first original supporters at the channel. He'll be on the show. And Gary, he's my buddy. He's my second in command, and he'll be on the show. So next Wednesday, 8 o'clock on my channel, BaldyPal Picking. Y'all be there or be square.
Definitely. I would be looking forward to that for sure. Las Vegas Thrifts wants a recap. And so we're going to have to say everything that we just said over the last 2 hours and 40 minutes again. Do you remember where we started?
Wrestling figures for $125. KitchenAid mixer. That guy's no good.
Oh my gosh. I have this little sound effects machine and I keep trying to remember to bring it in here so that during this show I can do the sound effects. So it's like womp, 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 womp. And then there's like one where the crowd goes wild and stuff. And then I was playing on my kalimba today. My parents got me for my birthday and I was doing this like dreamy music that was like, and I thought I'm going to use that tonight. And when Adam starts like recollecting something, I'll play that kalimba off the screen and everyone will wonder where it came from. And I keep forgetting to do these sound effects.
Oh man, you totally need that.
Noelle said my figs are at the post office. Girl, I am there tomorrow morning. I promise you. I have a key to my P.O. box. Oh, I think they started locking up at night. I was going to say I could go get it now, but they started locking the doors. Don't give me a wrench. I need a fork. I'm hungry. Pittsburgh Picker, I will get you your wrench. Let me say before we can't end the live without me giving him a wrench. If I can, I think my phone died. Oh, no, it didn't. I'm going to give him his wrench.
There you go.
Because I was on his show last night and I wasn't on the show. I was in the chat and I was bugging the tar out of him about me not having a wrench. So let me turn myself down here real quick. I'm going to get to Pittsburgh Picker. Can I do this from here? There we are.
I think you can. I know you can do it from the YouTube browser.
Yes, I think I got it.
I don't know about the app.
She hit me up at the end. Got it. I appreciate you. He appreciated all your clip notes. So
excellent.
I appreciate you being here tonight.
I had a blast.
I knew this was going to be a fun show, and I hope that the game was entertaining. I know it wasn't like to BaldyPal standards.
Oh, totally. Yeah, it was
okay.
I loved it.
You did really well. I mean, you got 67% right. You passed.
There you go.
Is that right? Like
I don't know. I'm like,
8 out of,
let's see, 8 out of 12.
Yeah, 2/3 of them.
Yeah.
You got 2/3 of them right.
A little shy of a 70, which would be passing when I was in school.
Mean, if you're getting at least a D, I think you're passing nowadays.
Oh, girl, they don't have D's anymore.
They have you tried. Good job.
Yeah.
No child left behind. Good Good night, Josh. So
Hey,
happy to
Josh.
see you here in the chat. I guess we all better go to bed, but I appreciate so much that you came in here, and we'll all be at your chat on your live next Wednesday.
Thank y'all so much.
We causing a ruckus. These people will be looking for a giveaway, so be sure that you do that too.
I hear you. I hear you. Oh, I'm still gonna be doing that $50 giveaway in one of my videos coming up soon.
You're knocking on monetization. It could happen by the end of the year.
I hope so. I hope so. That was my goal. My goal was by the end of the year. And
That's awesome.
And if I make it, I'll be very, very happy. That goal, I had 2 goals. You made a video today about goals, right?
Yeah,
My goals for the year were 1,000 subscribers and a total net profit of a certain amount. I don't want to say it to jinx it. And I am on the road. My average per month is telling me I will make it.
That's awesome.
And we're in 4th quarter, so my average is going to go up.
Can I ask you, did you write these goals down whenever you set them?
In the spreadsheet that I keep all my sales, yes.
Do you think that makes a huge difference?
Knowing it, seeing it right in front of me every time I ship something out, yeah, absolutely.
That's what in that video, I'm like, I promise you guys, if you just write it down, you're going to be like, I never realized that would make a difference.
It is actually the one and only highlighted cell on my spreadsheet. So that every time I do a shipment, I can see that rise. I can see that number grow.
Nice. You'll get your 1,000 subs plus more. Keep on doing what you're doing. Don't be like me and post a video once a month.
It's tough though, Vegas. I know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, it is. Well, I thank you guys so much for coming in the chat. We say God bless you. And you can say it with me if you want, Adam, the tagline at the end of every video. Remember, guys, treat your business like your business. Bye.
Bye, buddy.